It's throwback week here at the Big A as the All-Star break is officially in the books and the Halos ready to get the second half underway. They open up a three-game weekend series here during throwback week against the Detroit Tigers. Lots of fun stuff, cool unis for the Halos in this one this evening and all week on this homestand for the Angels. And we've got a packed show to get you ready for first pitch tonight from the Big A. Yes, second half keys, time to turn the page. 65 games to go. What will Mike Trout and the Halos look forward to in the second half? Plus, it starts with Reid Detmers. He gets the ball tonight, the first game out of the All-Star break. And Jared Grindlinger, the Angels 2026 first-round draft pick at the ballpark today. He is signed, sealed to the Halos. We will hear from him in just a little bit as we welcome you inside the ballpark alongside Mark Gubizat, Tim Salmon, Erica Weston with you. It's a beautiful night for baseball, guys, and Gubi, it's good to be back for the second half.
I'll tell you, this is in my wheelhouse. This throwback right here, 70s and 80s. I mean, this is, the music's perfect.
I was just going to say the
right
playlist.
Back from the All-Star break.
Yes.
I mean, my mindset is now for this club is play their best baseball right now. It doesn't matter what happened in the first half. Play your best baseball, get over 500, stay there the rest of the season, put things together, and have the fans have something really exciting to see.
You know, when I was a player, you'd get back from the All-Star break, it's like you haven't played. I mean, the baseball felt like a softball. This microphone feels huge. Actually, I agree with Gooby. I mean, this is a chance to reset. Everybody got a chance to clean out the cobwebs. Whatever that first half was, it's over. You got a fresh start going forward now. Finish the season strong. Hey, make a new goal. It's not about what we did in the first half. Play the second half the best baseball you can.
Can you keep the microphone together tonight? Can we try not to disconnect it on air? I think you'll be good with that. Where there was one Halo that was certainly booked and busy over the last week at the All-Star game in Gooby. That is Mike Trout back home in Philly, his 12th All-Star game.
And the ovation he got
so
is
cool.
unbelievable. It gives you goosebumps to think about it. I mean, you know, he's a Philly guy, but he didn't play for the Phillies. But the ovation he got, just the players running over to him, the fans, just to see Trouty, and when he came through there, the Liberty Bell, I mean, that was awesome.
You were out of your mind.
I'd love to run out there. His family there, friends there, and the fans going absolutely out of their minds. Hey, signing the Declaration of Independence, too. Oh, I'm so jealous. I'm so jealous. What a blast that was for Trouty.
Yeah, believe it or not, I do have some Philly friends other than you, but they were all texting me, is Mike Trout going to get traded to the Phillies? And I was like, wow, I mean, it just sparked a whole nother interest there. But, you know, I think for Mike, I mean, the fact where he's at in his career, the way it's gone, you know, with the injuries, to be able to get back to the All-Star game in his hometown had to be really special.
Well, he was happy to shut down those trade rumors while he was in Philly during the All-Star break, and he got a standing ovation as Mike from Millville. So we know what Trouty was up to during the break. What were some of the other Angels up to during the All-Star break this week?
It was awesome. I just enjoyed my time at my apartment, pool time, and saw my little nephew over the phone. You know, I wish I could have seen him in person, but just enjoyed the time off. I think that was the biggest thing. My body needed it, mentally, physically, emotionally, so it was good.
It was really good. I ended up getting engaged and got to celebrate with her family and my family, so it was a lot of fun.
Were you nervous?
A little bit, yeah. I think I was more nervous about asking her dad than anything, but it went really well.
It was awesome. It was a nice time to spend, you know, with the family, have a few days off, recharge the batteries, kind of get prepared for the second half and finishing out the season strong.
How much does the break look differently when you were playing now that you're the manager?
Yeah, it's definitely different. One, I could just completely take off. I didn't have to kind of keep my body going, you know, to kind of come back and be ready to go. So that was different, but you know, at the same time too, just had a couple conversations, you know, with Dave and John, like, you know, front office, just about the plans moving forward and stuff. So a little bit different there, but it's all great. I love it.
Yeah, Gooby, how hard is it coming out of the break to kind of get the body reacclimated?
It really is. I know it's a little bit different for hitters as compared to pitchers. You try to keep your arm activated. You know, pitching in a couple All-Star games, I remember getting a start after the All-Star. I thought I was going to pitch on Saturday or Sunday, and as I landed in New York from here at the Big A, they said, by the way, you're starting the first game. I'm like, hello? I am? I don't know if my arms move real well. Can I lift some weights before I go out and pitch? So I pitched on that Thursday. So it's so hard to get everything going, but So once you put that uniform back on, all of a sudden you're ready to play at any given moment.
Well, how is it for a hitter?
You know, the game is so finely tuned. I mean, it's amazing what 3 days off can do to your swing, and all of a sudden the bat, you feel that extra ounce or whatever it is. I mean, your bat can feel slower. Again, the baseball feels bigger when you're throwing it. It almost like starting over. It's really amazing, the feeling. But, you know, early in my career, I kind of took some time off, let my body rest. As I got older, I kept a bat in my room, and I did some dry swinging during the break and just tried to, because I knew it was going to be tough. So, I mean, that's a little bit of what they're going through, but rest is the key. You've got to get your rest.
Yeah, it's certainly important, and it was great to have the Angels back at home to open up the second half of the schedule. We saw the 2027 schedule, Gooby, be released yesterday, and the Angels are starting on the road, so it's nice right now, present day, for the Halos to open up a 6-game homestand. They'll spend most of the next 2 weeks here at the Big A.
And the Angels have played a lot better at home of late. The beginning part of the season was they were playing well on the road, and it flipped around now. Much better, more consistent. You're seeing the offense doing their thing. The pitching's been real good. Reid Detmers on the mound here today. When you go back to that stretch he had with 36 straight batters retired at one point at home. So everyone's better. You feel better at home when you get here. You know, you used to start on a Thursday. Now it's starting on a Friday. So everyone's already back in town, so you're ready to roll.
Yeah, I got to think, you know, having the All-Star break the way it worked out, I mean, and being able to start at home, that kind of makes you feel like you've been home for really the whole month of July. So I think that's got to bode well for this team going forward. Again, there's just a lot of things that we're starting to come together, starting to gel, and hopefully they can pick that up and continue it here in the second half.
Particularly here at the Big A. Gooby, your keys for the second half for the Angels?
Well, I mean, there's big things for me. It's always that star power at the top of the lineup with Trout and Neto. They get everything going. 41 extra base hits for Neto, 18 home runs for Trout. But really some solid situational hitting. So important. We've seen that from Vince Von Grissom, I should say.
Correction.
And Shauna Wow. I mean, the guys, when they use the whole Joe Adell, when you use the whole field, that gives you a better opportunity to score some runs. So when the guys are in scoring position, we've seen that over the last 3-4 weeks for the Halos. They've been much better, Fish, hitting with runners in scoring position. That means using the whole field, going with the pitch, not trying to hit a home run, just making good contact.
Yeah, are we going to talk about my keys?
I was just going to ask. I didn't know if you wanted to finish on the situational hitting.
I can always comment.
Let's move on to your key. What will your key be for the second half?
You know what? It's going to be defense. And, you know, when the Angels are at the bottom of all the fielding metrics, but it really takes a toll on the pitching. I mean, when you talk about being in the bottom 10 of, you know, the errors and fielding percentage, and then, of course, they have this thing called fielding run value, FRV. 26, last in baseball, and that basically, it's an all-in-one metric that tells you you've given up 26 runs over the course of the first half that has hurt your defense, and really, it hurts your pitching. And when you talk about having the consistency and the, you know, the solid pitching staff going out there every day, the pitchers want to know that they got solid defense behind them. When they make a good pitch, they can get those outs. And there's just been too many instances from the routine to the key play or the play in the key moments of the game where the crack has really shown itself. And I think you can go back over the season and you can look at a half a dozen games that probably could have swung in their favor. And just over the course of the season, you just talk about not just the wins and losses, the toll it has on the pitching staff and the bullpen and all that kind of stuff. I think if they can clean that up, it'll bode them better down the stretch.
Well, and today the schedule was a little different because they were doing some extra defense, some PFPs too, to try to get the body reacclimated and try to be strong defensively to start the second half.
Well, the timing, I mean, the speed of the game. You've been out of the game now for a week. The speed of the game, it's not just at the plate and throwing the ball. It's the defense. I mean, it's the ball coming up on you, making sure you got that timing and rhythm to get that runner out, because everything's a bang-bang play over there at first, and if your timing's off a little bit, that can make a difference.
Yeah, the first quick play in the infield or in the outfield. All of a sudden, we're back. Baseball is back. And we turn our attention to who the Angels will be playing this weekend. Gooby, the Detroit Tigers started out the season pretty tough, but since the start of June, they have the third best record in baseball, trailing the Marlins and the Phillies.
I know you thought really coming into the season they were going to be the team to beat in the AL Central. Then all of a sudden we saw them early. I mean, that team was not playing good baseball whatsoever. But now all of a sudden they are starting to play baseball. They're hitting home runs, which I'm really shocked at when you think about it, since, you know, the beginning of June. They're 22-14. They're averaging over 5 runs a game, but 64 home runs. I think part of it is, even when the Halos were out there in Detroit, a lot of their key guys in the lineup were not out there. They were injured, and I think that's a big thing, not having those guys around. We know they can pitch. Their starting pitching has been off the charts. It's been really, really good. Now they got their components in their offense. Hey, not AL Central, anywhere in the American League.
Truly.
If you have a good winning streak, you're right back. And look at Boston right now. They've won 10 in a row. Now, all of a sudden, they're a wild card team, and they were just here about 2 weeks ago with the Big A.
Yeah, they were struggling. And Fish, prior to June 1st, the Tigers had the worst record in the AL. Now they're 3.5 back of the final wild card spot.
Yeah, you know, here's the other thing, too. I mean, you don't give enough credit to where they have to start this season. The cold temperatures. I mean, the bats typically, you know, I always remember those teams that play in those temperatures, their offense really doesn't get going until June. So, you know, you had a period of time for them where their starting pitching was all banged up. Their bullpen was probably being relied on. They had, 19 blown saves. I mean, they had a ton of stuff going on in the bullpen, losing games, and they didn't have the offense clicking to the level you need to outscore and make up for some of those situations. So I think it was maybe a little bit of a perfect storm, but like you're saying, the offense is heating up. They're starting to get starting rotation guys back, and I think that's going to make their bullpen that much better.
Makes you wonder what they'll decide to do with Tarek Skubal in that rotation as we approach the trade deadline in a couple of weeks. But as far as some of the other position players are concerned, Gooby, we've got a possible Rookie of the Year candidate in Kevin McGonigal.
Yeah, I mean, a Philly kid all the way through,
yeah.
too. I mean, he had a good time at the All-Star game himself. I mean, but he is phenomenal how quick his hands. He's an incredible all-around player, whether he's playing third base like he is tonight, he's played shortstop. He has more walks than strikeouts. The contact, he's got 11 stolen bases. It hasn't been caught all year. So he does a little bit of everything real well. And I'll tell you what, just watching his swing, how quick and direct pitch he is to the baseball, this kid's got a chance of being really, really good for a long, long time.
Well, he's definitely he's a throwback. He's an old school player. He's up there. He hugs the plate. He actually doesn't have an open stance. Oh, my goodness. He has a closed stance. He's up there ambushing, looking for those pitches, middle of the plate in, and he's doing a fantastic job with it. 162 game, he's been on base 162 times this year. The last time that was happening, it was Aaron Judge back in 2017, 164. He's doing some fantastic things at the plate, and I tell you what, he's been playing great, but when that rest of that offense gets going, I mean, this guy really could make a huge difference in the second half.
Fish, the stance, I guess. You're really worked up over his stance?
I love his stance.
He loves his stance.
Anything throwback. I mean, you just don't see hitters with closed stance.
Well, it is throwback weekend at the Big A this weekend, Fish. All right, stick with us. More to come as we get you ready for the first game of the second half for the Halos. The Angels have set their starting rotation for the last 65 games of the season. We will preview what the rotation looks like coming up next on the other side of the break here on ABTV.
Introducing the all-new MLB Plus, your ticket to streaming baseball's best. Enjoy MLB Network 24/7 with live out-of-market games and award-winning shows. Enhance game nights with MLB Big Inning, live and commercial-free. And hear live home and away radio broadcasts of every game, blackout-free. Even stream minor league games and more. It's all here and it's all new. Get MLB Plus for just $59.99 a year. Visit MLB.com/MLB Plus.
Do you dream of seeing all 30 ballparks?
Really a special place. People are excited for the game.
We've got you. For the first time, MLB and T-Mobile offer you a chance to win trips to all 30 stadiums. Yes, all 30.
What a treat.
The views.
This is so much fun.
The food.
It's a fiesta here at the ballpark.
The vibe.
The energy is incredible.
The adventure of a lifetime with experiences you simply need to see to believe. Begin your journey to 30. Enter now.
Enhance game nights with MLB Plus. Watch live out-of-market games on MLB Network. Hear home and away radio broadcasts of every game. Plus access to MLB Big Inning and more. It's all here on MLB Plus for just $59.99 a year.
Detroit Tigers to start throwback week here from the Big A. A 6-game homestand before a quick road trip. And the Angels have set their starting rotation coming up out of the break. As we mentioned, Reid Detmers will start things off tonight, followed by Grayson Rodriguez tomorrow. Ryan Johnson gets the day game in the finale against the Tigers. Soriano Monday, Gooby, Walbert, Urania goes on Tuesday.
But Urania, and by the way, I keep thinking, how didn't Soriano make the All-Star game?
Yeah, I know.
There was a lot of guys in there. I saw even some guys who were pretty good years, like a Michael Waka, and that Soriano didn't make that. He could have been an All-Star easily. His first 6 starts were historic, so hopefully that little recharge of the All-Star break, give him a few extra days, hopefully that gets back to where he was a dominant pitcher. This starting rotation has a chance to be really, really good. There's a lot of good young arms in that rotation. They just got to be able to go out and, like you said, Fish, make some plays, don't give that extra out, limit the amount of base runners, don't walk guys, and just attack the zone.
You know, I look at it from the perspective of an opposing team coming in here. Oh, we got the Angels. Hey, time to, whip up, kind of make up some ground. No, you got some starting pitching they got to face. They got to account for. Those are some serious arms coming at you. Even Ryan Johnson, I mean, he's been up and down, but he's got some funk to him. So there's not an easy out there on the other side of that dugout for these guys. I mean, I love the rotation. Like you said, we finally seen like you've got a rotation you can be proud of. 5 guys. Oh my goodness, pass the ball. I just, if they could stay healthy this second half and just be a little bit of what they're capable of being, I think this could be really fun.
And some homegrown talent in that rotation too. Well, Reid Detmers goes tonight. He's looking to get his first win at home so far this season, which is kind of crazy, Gooby. But what do you want to see from him tonight for your go-to?
I was still pretty shocked at even his overall numbers against the Tigers or not, but I really think he's going to be locked in there. I'm looking for that depth on his slider. 58 strikeouts, a whip percentage, just under 35%, but solid lower zone fastball command. When you see that pitch right there, that sets up the slider, it sets up the curveball, his changeup. We see the last 4 starts. I mean, there's 15 before that. Incredible, especially that run he had here at the Big A. I expect him to be dominant against the Tigers here today. They have some guys in their lineup that outside of McGonigal that will swing and miss, especially chase that slider out of the strike zone.
Well, he has faced them 4 times in his career, just once though as a starter fish, but that was quite a while ago, back in 2022.
Yeah, I think the key for Detmers, it comes down to the fastball. Like you said, whether you're throwing it down in the zone or up in the zone, it all comes down to his command. And I think the last 4 starts, you saw 4 home runs in the last 4 starts on the fastball. He was throwing that fastball in great pitcher locations. He's unfortunately made a few too many mistakes over the middle of the plate. But again, that fastball sets up the slider. Everything about his slider success this year comes off that fastball. So he can't go away from it. He's just got to do a better job of commanding it. Hit the spots he was hitting earlier, whether it's on the corners, whether it's up, whether it's down. Make a better spot with it. I mean, you go back to I go back to his last start, and, he even said it. I mean, he missed some spots with that fastball that hurt him. And again, pitchers know that. Is it fatigue? Is it lack of, focus? Whatever it is. But I think it comes down to just get a little bit more sharp on that focus on the command.
Well, Gooby, the expected ERA quickly, the expected ERA should be a lot lower.
You look at his numbers, the hits allowed, all those things across the chart. He should be like way over 500, much better ERA. I still go back, he even says the same thing. A little bit unlucky, so hopefully the luck turns around for him tonight and he starts dominating once again.
Good stuff, Gooby. Thank you so much. Have a great call tonight. All right, stick with us.
Back upstairs.
Put your Spotify playlist on. I know it's yours. How about this? Jared Greilinger, the local product, the Angels' first-round draft pick here at the Big A today. We will hear from him next.
Did he do it? Oh my goodness, what a play! An absolute beast unleashed. You are unbelievable.
Racking them up, all I do is win. Spot that hashtag like a boss. Yeah, that's how I roll. Keep on nailing it, never miss it. Back, enjoy the show.
We live the biggest plays from every game with Abby LeVar on Quick Pitch. Late nights and early mornings on MLB Network. Join your favorite on-air personalities for unique perspectives, in-depth interviews, and untold stories from on and off the field. The MLB Network Podcast, presented by New Balance. Saturdays on MLB Network and wherever you get your podcasts.
The MLB app. Yeah, it's got game. This game. These games. All the games. Pre-game, post-game, and everything in between. This is baseball your way, with real-time stats, scores, breaking news, and custom content that hits every time, because you choose the teams and pick the players you want to follow. So when they catch it on the field, you catch it on the app.
Welcome back to the Big A on this throwback week here while the Angels host the Detroit Tigers. Earlier today, first round draft pick for the Halos, 12th overall pick, Jared Greilinger from Huntington Beach High School, came to the Big A, signed his contract, took batting practice on the field toward the clubhouse, and we had a chance to catch up with Jared ahead of today's game.
It's been surreal. I mean, growing up, we'd sit right above here. We had season tickets, and I remember getting yelled at for like putting my feet on the dugout or something. So it's definitely nice to be on this side of the field. Yeah.
I'm imagining that Mike Trout was maybe your favorite player growing up. Now you're taking batting practice on the field with him. What is that like?
Yeah, yes, ma'am. And they huddled me around and were like, "Who are your two favorite players or favorite player growing up?" And I was like, "There's Trout and Ohtani." So they made me hug him. So yeah, that was definitely a cool moment. I'm definitely super excited, but also, I grew up with two older brothers, so I kind of always played with older brothers and older players. So, yeah, I'm definitely just excited.
What have they said to you about this?
Just have fun. I talk to Trent all the time. He goes to Tennessee, and then Brad, he's going to Tennessee Tech this year. So, they just all, just say have fun and just always work hard, put your foot down, yeah.
Did any of the players out here give you any advice just now? Or?
Yeah, Joe Adell just kind of said, because I knew that he got drafted out of high school, so I just said, like, what kind of helped you with, like, the hitting part of it, going from, like, high school pitching to, minor league guys, and he just said kind of, like, you'll get used to it and just stick with your routines. They got you here, like, the Angels drafted you just because they like you, so just kind of, like, stay within yourself.
All right, Fish, let's take a look at some of the other notable Angels draft picks in this year's draft. 20 selections in the draft, 17 college players, 3 high school players, but I like 8 California natives as well.
Yeah, how about that? Hey, California, a lot of players come out of California, a lot of good baseball around here. I got 2 nephews. We'll talk about one of them, but they grew up around here. Again, great baseball in this area. What I really love about the other picks are they went out and got position players. For so many years, we've been going after pitchers, and I understand you need pitching, but you need to have depth defensively, and some of these guys, they got big guys that did some really amazing things in the Southeast Conference. That area, that neck of the woods in the South has some great baseball. You got some names down there, especially like Jackson Willits. These guys know the game of baseball, and again, Jackson Willits, you might remember that name. His dad played for the Angels at one time. He learned how to play the game the right way.
And his brother drafted last year as well. Jared calling me ma'am is going to set me back a little bit.
Hey, get used to it.
17 years old, that's going to set me back a little bit. But congratulations to your nephew, Jack, being drafted by the Angels in the Angels organization. Very cool.
Yeah, couldn't be happier for Jack. Here he was playing at UNLV. It's a different game nowadays. I think he went to 3 different schools in his 4 years of college. It's hard to get the continuity. I always go back to, to me, he hasn't hit his prime at all. He has so much ceiling. And a little bit like Joe Adell, when you bounce around 4 different times, you have 4 different hitting coaches, you're learning all these different things, but he had a really good season, hit for a high average, did some really good things at the plate. The home runs are going to come. He's taller than I am. He's a big kid at his age, and I hope things go well for him. I hope he can get that light bulb moment in the minor leagues.
Well, he's got a great resource in his uncle, Tim Salmon, to be able to help him with Pro Bowl. He's there, a phone call away. All right, stick with us, getting closer to first pitch on this Friday night from the Big A on Throwback Week. We'll take a look at starting lineups in Game 1 against the Tigers next on ABTV.
Every game night is a chance to go big with MLB Big Inning. Join Matt Yaloff and Greg Caserta on baseball's only nightly show that brings you the biggest plays of the night.
Strikes him out.
No one stacks more clutch plays into one live show with up to 4 games on a single screen.
Out of here! He is on fire. It's a walk-off winner.
Change up game night with baseball's biggest game changer. MLB Big Inning. All season. Presented by CarShield.
They ask me, wit or without? You with the crew?
You from the D?
Where'd you go to high school?
Your dad put you in brown and gold.
You see Skins go?
You get your Dodger dog?
You take the 7?
Siempre 305?
You see Big Dumper's 60th?
Do you see him put Vladdy in the jacket?
You here for 17 and 22?
Where were you in 16?
Where were you in 23?
How about 40-70?
You see Judge's 62?
Shohei's 50-50.
Think you can beat the freeze?
But they never ask who my team is. They don't have to. It's right here. Cut from the city. Visit MLBshop.com.
Did he do it? Oh my goodness, what a play!
Relive the biggest plays from every game with Abby LeVar on Quick Pitch, late nights and early mornings on MLB Network.
to Angels Live on ABTV. How about this? When the Angels win the game, you win free McDonald's fries. Get free medium fries tomorrow with any $2 purchase only on the app and only at participating McDonald's. Let's kick off the homestand with a win. Fish, let's take a look at the Angels starting lineup tonight against the Tigers.
Well, you love the fact that Mike Trout's back in there. I think before the break, the Angels haven't seen him in the lineup. So having Mike Trout back there in the 2-hole puts Soler in that 4-hole. But really, Von Grissom, you look at what in Denzer Guzman, those guys have been trying to hold the fort down up there in the top of the line. Now you get to move them in a place where they can really shine at the bottom half.
All right, they will be going up against a local product in Troy Melton, born in Newport Beach, went to Canyon High School here in Anaheim. And Fish, he has been so good this year, 1.82 ERA, 8th in the majors.
Yeah, amazing. I mean, this kid, boy, upper 90s fastball, but he got a fantastic cutter. And that's what everybody's talking about. That cutter he has, is it a slider or a fastball? You don't really know, because he also has a slider that has some tremendous depth. But good east-west movement, slider and everything going away from you, two-seamer that runs inside. He's got a lot of movement. Tough guy to face coming out of the break.
Well, Zach Neto and the Angels are ready for the challenge. Thanks for joining us for Angels Live. Coming up next, first pitch with Wayne and Gooby here on ABTV.
Enhanced game nights with MLB Plus. Watch live out-of-market games on MLB Network. Hear home and away radio broadcasts of every game, plus access to MLB Big Inning and more. It's all here on MLB Plus for just $59.99 a year.
Every game night is a chance to go big with MLB Big Inning. Join Matt Yatloff and Greg Caserta on baseball's only nightly show that brings you the biggest plays of the night.
Strikes him out.
No one stacks more clutch plays into one live show with up to 4 games on a single screen.
Out of here! He is on fire. It's a walk-off winner.
Change up game night with baseball's biggest game changer. MLB Big Inning. All season. Presented by CarShield.
It's basically,
you do this. Stealing is when somebody has the ball and they're going to tag the other person and somebody else takes it out of the glove.
If you want to just catch the ball, that's okay. And if you don't want to catch the ball, that's a strikeout.
Because it's fun and you don't have to be good at it, you can just play ball.
Anaheim Stadium in all of its golden splendor. It's Throwback Week as we take you back in time. And tonight, presented by Kia, gives you game one of a three-game series from Angel Stadium here at the Big A. The Los Angeles Angels and the Detroit Tigers giving away those collared crew neck shirts here tonight to throw it back to the olden days here around the Big A. Mike Trout, now a 12-time All-Star, his mission complete, going to Philadelphia for this past Tuesday's All-Star game. And now the All-Star break behind us. We're back to baseball here at Angel Stadium. With Mark Ubas, I'm Wayne Randazzo. And Kubi, welcome back after a few days off. I know you needed it.
Yeah, Wayne, I think Trout was saying, let's get back to baseball. He's waving us, let's talk some Angels baseball here. I mean, the All-Star break is fun. But also, you can tell the players want to go out there and perform again. And hopefully, they turn this around and play really good baseball in the second half.
We'll talk more about it, but pretty cool for Trout to go back to Philly and lead off the All-Star game.
Yeah, I know, and the ovation he got going through that Liberty Bell right there coming out, the fans going crazy. And trust me, as a Philly guy, you usually don't go out crazy for somebody wearing a different color uniform. So it's great for the Philly fans to do that.
Well, now the Angels turn the page. The post-All-Star break part of the schedule is upon us. So what's next for this ball club?
Well, I think they really have to do it. There's three key things for me in the second half for this team to really start playing some better baseball in the second half. It really starts with the star power at the top. Mike Trout with 18 home runs. Zach Neto with 41 extra base hits. These guys, when they're rocking and rolling, this team is playing much, much better baseball. Yeah, we can see you when you're swinging the bat, Zach Neto, but also the situational solid hitting that you got. We saw that the last few weeks before the All-Star break. You know, you had Grissom, you had Sean O'Well, Joe Adell. Those guys making good contact in those big situational moments put a lot of pressure on pitch, especially with runners in scoring position. But it really, for me, Wayne, starts with the starting pitching. And at times can be dominant when you got a Rainian, a Soriano, Detmers, and you got Grayson Rodriguez back in there, Ryan Johnson. You have the makings of a really solid pitching staff. When they're on their game, it gives you a chance to win every single night, no matter who's on the mound for the other team.
And it's Detmers on the mound tonight for the Angels against the Tigers. Troy Melton, who's from the area, went to Canyon High School here in Anaheim. But who are the Tigers right now? Are they contenders or pretenders? They're 8 games under 500 still, but they've played a lot better over the last several weeks.
Well, when you look what they did there the first part of the season, they really, really struggled. I mean, you think about it, they had one of the worst records in baseball, but when you go back since June 1st, they are really swinging the bats well, averaging over 5 runs a game. The thing is, we're both shocked at this, 64 home runs. They're 22 and 14 during this stretch. They're hitting the long ball. Their starting pitching has been really good, but Kevin McGonigal, the Philly kid himself, was at the All-Star game. He's got more walks than strikeouts. He's got 99 hits with 60 walks. He'd be the first Tiger to do that in 100 games since Lou Blue back in 1921. He controls the strike zone well. He's a solid defender. He runs the bases very well. He's quick to the baseball. He is a dynamic all-around player for the Tigers. If they have any shot in this second half, he's going to be the one leading the way.
Now the Tigers with a lot to decide before the trade deadline coming up on August 3rd. Reid Detmers on the mound for the Angels tonight, looking to get himself back in the right direction after a few bumpy starts here of late.
Yeah, just get that slider depth going once again, and controlling the bottom part of the strike zone for me with his fastball will be really key for him to be dominant here today.
Now we're back from the break. Detmers tries to tame the Tigers here tonight. Angels baseball on ABTV is brought to you by Pechanga Resort Casino. By Amazon, spend less on your kids for back to school. By Hyundai, the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event, deals so right they almost feel wrong. Only in your local SoCal Hyundai dealer. And by Jack in the Box, Jack's new Philly style bonus Jack combo, shaved steak, grilled onions and peppers, and melty cheese starting at $5.99.
For years, I was hiding my drinking. I'm the type of drinker that I don't just have one. I didn't want to feel that urge anymore. That's what brought me to War Health. I'm a better dad. I'm a better husband. I just have a more grounded and present life, thanks to War Health.
Text TV5 to 710-710 to learn more.
This is Blue Chew Gold, the ultimate 4-in-1 formula. Built for strength where it counts. With sildenafil for power, tadalafil for endurance. But gold doesn't stop at blood flow, so we added apomorphine to spark desire and oxytocin to deepen connection. Not just harder, closer. Blue Chew Gold. Take action, get action.
Okay, $1 million deal on the line. You got this.
recaps and sales meeting insights from all my team's calls? Otter AI, it's you who is man's best friend.
Otter, the AI meeting agent. Why go on Roe? Because 1 in 4 guys.
1 in 4 guys.
1 in 4 guys experience ED. On Roe, ED feels like no big deal. Connect with a provider to find treatment that could be right for you. 100% online.
Roe designed or curated treatments to make ED feel less stressful. There are options to fit every need, like fast-acting dissolvables or daily gummies. If 1 in 4 guys deal with ED,
then 1 in 4 guys should go on Roe.
Guys, connect with a provider at roe.co to see if you qualify.
AB TV is presented by Pechanga Resort Casino. That is another beautiful night for baseball here at Angels Stadium. Talk about a throwback. Well, the Angels will throw it back to the Detroit Tigers, a team that has been in the American League since forever.
Yes, they have. I mean, you look in the 80s when the Angels had so many star players playing. That 84 Tiger team, in my opinion, still might want to be one of the best teams I've ever seen.
Could have mixed it up in the championship series had the years landed right. The Angels won the West in '82 and '86. The Tigers won the East in '84 and, of course, won the World Series in that great 1984 season for the Tigers. It was their last World Championship. They had World Series aspirations going into this year, but they're still 8 games under 500, and Reid Detmers will try to make them 9 under.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to get back to pitching really, really well. Looking for his first win at home this season for Reid Detmers. My go-tos, though, for Reid Detmers to get back to that dominant self. And we saw, especially with a couple incredible starts here at the Big A, is depth on the slider throughout. 58 punch-outs with that slider, but it's all set up. Solid lower zone fastball command. That sets up the curveball, his changeup, and slider. He can still ride that fastball upstairs, but when he's going that lower third with that fastball, everything plays off it so well.
Show you the Tiger lineup. Matt Vierling is in center field leading off for them. There's McGonigal, the rookie all-star, batting second. Dingler and Green were all-stars as well. Eduardo Valencia's hit a couple of home runs in his first few major league games. He's the DH for the Tigers tonight. A.J. Hinch hoping his team can keep hitting and keep pitching in the manner that they have since June 1st. It's, I think, still hard to take this Tiger team seriously when they're 8 games under 500.
That's the thing. I know we talk a lot about there's ups and downs with the entire American League, but the bottom line is you got to be at least at that 500 mark, get close to it. And they've been playing better. We just showed that 22-14 since June 1st, but still there's a lot of work for them to do, and hopefully the Angels stop them before they get rolling once again here. And defense behind them, Nolan Shawnwell, Rotolo Chevrolet. Defense for the Halos today. Nolan Shawnwell, 1 defensive run save at 93%. We finally got some good numbers as far as 93% scoop rate at first base. That's unbelievably good. Grissom next to him. You got Neto, and you got Guzman over at third. Hoppy behind the plate. Lowe, Trout, and Adele. But he's been so good on that scoop on those low throws at first base for Nolan Shawnwell.
Must be that Shawnwell towel helping the scoopage at first.
It definitely helps. Told him I'm ready to do that today, and he said, yes, indeed, you will see an opportunity to do that.
Matt Vierling leads it off for the Tigers, and we are underway with a first pitch strike from Reid Detmers. Well, as the Tigers try to make their way, are they or aren't they? That's really the question that follows this Detroit team over the next couple of weeks. This series plays a big part in that. If the Halos take it to the Tigers this weekend, immediately they'll start thinking differently about what their path forward looks like. So whatever happens here in this weekend series or in the next couple of series for the Tigers, they are of the utmost importance with that trade deadline looming.
You're exactly right on that, Wayne. There's so much, you always think about it coming right out of the gate in the second half. It's really, really important for this Tiger team.
1 ball, 1 strike on Vierling, who has struggled offensively this year and fouls that one back. The American League Central, still a winnable division. The White Sox and Cleveland are tied for first. Minnesota's hanging around, the same reason why the Tigers are. It doesn't take much to hang around. In the wild card standings, the Tigers are even closer. So there's a reason to believe, and they've played so much better since the beginning of June. But they really need to play well over these next 2 weeks, because they can't afford Tarek Skubal to just go away in free agency without getting something for him, unless they really go for it and try to win it all.
Yeah, the fan base, you owe it to the Tiger fan base if you're playing well to hold on to Skubal. If you're not, you probably would be moved.
It's a huge decision. Here's a fly ball down the right field side. Adele with a long run. Gets there and makes the catch. Good play by Joe, and a long way to go to retire Vierling on that foul pop-up.
Really under control. Good route by Joe Adele on that one too, getting and going towards the netting where he is playing too. He's playing well off that line. He sees where he's got to go, tracked it, under control. Nice play before he runs into the netting. We've seen him go over that short wall, but that's a little bit further down in that right field line. Bring back a would-be home run.
A little more ground to cover there with that ball wide toward the line. A good play by Adele, and here is Kevin McGonigal, the talented rookie infielder, as he swings and misses. Doesn't do that a lot. He walks a whole lot. McGonigal's game has been determined based on his contact making. 60 walks against 56 strikeouts in his rookie season. More walks than strikeouts so far.
And hitting .282 versus lefties.
He was really, along with Trout, the only non-Phillies that got any sort of ovation at the All-Star game this week, with the introductions that took place before the game. A huge ovation for Trout, who has long been loyal to his Philadelphia Eagles and yours. Swing and a miss by McGonigal. It's 1-2.
I really love what they did in Philly for him too. I mean, we said it often. It doesn't matter if you're from there or not. If you're not wearing that uniform, generally you're going to get your fair share of boos. But he got this tremendous amount of cheers for him. That was great to see that for Trout.
And McGonigal got a nice hand as well, being from the Philadelphia era. He is a huge fan of Chase Utley, and he plays the game like he is. 1 ball, 2 strikes. A weak swing and a miss. Strike 3. And Detmers with the slider retires McGonigal for his first strikeout.
It's 2 pretty good sliders already tonight, seen from Detmers, and he hasn't got as many swings on that pitch of late, but that's a good sign. When you strike out a guy that doesn't strike out, get a chase like that, it was all important because he showed enough as far as throwing his fastball there against him, but also then finish him off with a nasty slider.
So Detmers has retired the first 2 Tigers. As far as McGonigal goes, 23 of his strikeouts now this season have come against a left-handed pitcher. Here's Dylan Dingler, an all-star for the American League as well, taking ball 1. Well, Trout didn't get any hits in the all-star game, and neither did any of the Tigers. McGonigal, Dingler, and Green were all hitless. It was kind of an offensive-less all-star game for the most part. There wasn't an extra base hit even until very late in the game, when Miguel Vargas of the White Sox hit a home run. And here's Dingler with a fly ball that falls in front of Adele. It's a 2-out single.
Yeah, he just went with that pitch right there. Even going back to that strikeout by Detmers against McGonigal, he had a high spin rate on that one. He threw that one a little bit harder too, his slider, which was good to see that one.
Talk about bullpen games sometimes leading to problems for offenses. Well, that's like the ultimate bullpen game, the All-Star game, when you've got the best pitchers in the world, one right after the other. It's amazing anybody gets any hits.
When you get that 1 inning, you know you're going to have to throw 1 inning. You're going to throw as hard as you can, because, hey, I'll tell you what, they do remember that. Fans remember when you're a pitcher, you give up a long ball. And you saw that, for Vargas in that game too, hitting a home run against his old buddy there too. So, I mean, I still remember guys back in the day when you give up home runs. Reggie Jackson, remember that one he hit on the roof at Tiger Stadium. You still will remember who's giving that up.
No balls and a strike on Torkelson, who has 16 homers this year. As he takes inside. With regard to Vargas hitting that homer off Robleski in the All-Star game, Robleski was the only guy that went back out for a second inning, and he gave up the home run in that second inning of work. So not sure why Dave Roberts stuck Robleski back out there for 2, but that's how it turned out, and that was the 1 home run we saw Tuesday night.
Well, they call him the Shark, and he's trying to sneak back out there and pitch again.
2 balls and a strike on Torkelson. But it was a pretty good all-star atmosphere in Philadelphia, especially during the home run derby.
I've never seen anything like that home run derby. When you're booing hitters up there, when they hit a home run, you're just literally booing them because they're facing Schwarber in that one.
2 balls and a strike. Swing and a miss on a high heater, and it's 2-2. Jordan Walker didn't care. He went on a tear there at the end of the final and took out Schwarber in front of the Philly faithful.
Yeah, that was a pretty good moment for him. We'll see him next week.
Yeah, the Cardinals will be here starting Monday. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Torkelson. Fly ball toward the right field side again. This one will stay in fair ground for Joe Adell, and he has that to end the top of the first.
Yep, just got back. When your home has Hardy Fiber Cement siding, it becomes the home neighbors want. They might not ask, how is this siding so durable? But their faces will, which is your cue to proudly say it's Hardy Fiber Cement. And those looks are them wondering, is it always this beautiful? Yeah, it even holds its own against hailstorms, which will get them thinking about upgrading their own siding. James Hardy, what the best are made of.
What actually works? I want to understand the choices I'm making. Now I know. Thorn.
Hey, what's up? I'm Tony Hawk, pro skater, and this is my TimberTech story. The deck isn't just part of the backyard, it is the backyard. TimberTech felt like the right choice for a family space because it's durable, it looks good, it's truly functional, and it's low maintenance. The look and the texture of the Landmark collection was exactly what we were looking for. Obviously in Los Angeles there are fire hazards. It was really important to have fire-resistant materials. I have no worries going forward. It looks perfect. TimberTech, it's everything wood should be.
Enhanced game nights with MLB Plus. Watch live out-of-market games on MLB Network. Hear home and away radio broadcasts of every game, plus access to MLB Big Inning and more. It's all here on MLB Plus for just $59.99 a year.
Angels batting order is brought to you by Theodore Robbins Ford. Zach Neto is the leadoff batter for the Halo. Once again, Mike Trout hitting second, then Sean Noel bats third. Jorge Soler's the DH, Josh Lowe in left field, Adell in right. Vaughn Grissom at second base, Denzer Guzman third, and Logan O'Hoppe behind the plate against an Anaheim native on the mound who has been outstanding so far this season. Troy Melton, a 1.82 ERA in 8 starts.
You know he's got to be extremely excited to be on this mound here at the big game. My go-tos for the Halos to have success against a guy you mentioned has been dealing so far. His damage on his flat slide every once in a while went over the plate. 2 home runs allowed, 385 slugging, but power that middle zone 4-seamer. He's given up 5 home runs at a slugging percentage of .429 when he's middle part of the plate on that 4-seamer.
Zach Neto starts it off, swings and misses on a first pitch cutter. That has been a go-to pitch for Melton this year. Opponents are just 2 for 32 on that cutter against Melton this season. And he has found a grip and a pitch style there on that pitch that has made it close to unhittable.
Now, when you think about how much he gets to swing and miss, usually you think of cutters, it's towards the end of the bat or on the handle of the bat for some soft contact. He's getting a lot of swing and miss. This is barely any contact, good contact at all.
No balls, 2 strikes on Neto. On a breaking ball lifted to center, and that's a base hit. Actually, that was the cutter. It was only the 3rd hit allowed on Melton's cutter all year, and it was an 0-2 pitch that Neto just smacked through the middle.
Yeah, that was right down the heart of the plate, right in the middle part. The defense behind him, he's around the strike zone. He doesn't walk many guys. When you look over at McGonigal, we talk about how well he hits. He's got 5 defensive run saves at third base. He's played a number of games at shortstop too, so he's an outstanding defender all the way around, whether it's shortstop or third base for McGonigal. McKinstry, Lee, Torkelson over in the infield. Dingler, who's an outstanding defender himself behind the plate.
Oh, nice hand for the now 12-time All-Star Mike Trout as he takes ball 1. Maybe the coolest thing that we saw Trout do during his All-Star participation this week was take part in that Sandlot montage that they had with all the kids riding their bikes onto the field. That incredible ceremony celebrating America's birthday with Ray Charles screaming out America the Beautiful in the background, just like in the Sandlot. That was awesome.
Yeah, they did a great job. I remember him giving hitting lessons when he was a kid wearing a Tug McGraw jersey. Love that too.
Yeah, I noticed the Tug McGraw. That was cool. 2 balls, no strikes on Trout as he lines one toward right center. Vierling is in for it. He makes the catch. Kind of shaded that way, and Trout hits it right over there. 1 out here in the first inning. Mike Trout in his 12th All-Star game, his 11th selected by the fans, and as the starting center fielder and leadoff batter for the American League.
This moment right here too, though, I get goosebumps thinking of that. Family, mom and dad there. I mean, what a moment for Trout and all the fans signing the Declaration of Independence.
Nolan Shawnuel bats with 1 out and Neto at first. Should have put on one of those old wigs like they did back then and gotten into it.
Trouty could get away with that one, I think.
Definitely. Well, all the members of the starting lineup signed that lineup sheet. 2 balls, no strikes. I guess they'll auction that off at some point. You're gonna buy it?
Yeah, I'm right in on that one. No question.
2 balls and no strikes on Shawnuel. Maybe Boyd will buy it. You know, he's got the money after all these years in TV here.
Yes, he does.
Talk about a throwback. Boyd is in the booth with us. That's a strike to Shawnuel. 2-1. Boyd spent many, many years in Vin Scully's booth at Dodger Stadium. Vin's right-hand man. We're happy to have Boyd. We really threw it back to have Boyd up here.
Well, Vin was here for the '89 All-Star game too.
He did. He said he made sure Bo Jackson said hello.
Yes, he did.
2 balls and 1 strike on Shawnuel. Now ball 3. What a cool All-Star moment that was.
Jackson says hello.
With Vin Scully and Reagan in the booth together.
That ball was crushed too by Bo.
Off of Rick Russell, who started the 1989 All-Star game for the National League when he was with the Giants then. 3-1 on Shawnuel. And there's ball 4, so a couple of base runners.
Well, when you go back to his last 19 games for Shawnuel, .338 batting average, 2 home runs, 5 doubles, and OPS of .896.
And it's been a good road here for Shawnuel. He's really done a lot of the things we talked about that would make him a success at this level. He's been patient. He's been driving the ball when he can. He's been taking his base hits the other way when he gets into those 2 strike counts. It's exactly who you expect Shawnuel to be. And he's been that guy of late. Jorge Soler looks at a strike from Melton.
He's throwing a lot of those cutters early on.
Had some zip to it. 95 on that last cutter. It's quite a bit above his normal cutter, which averages out about 91.5.
You know, he's got that adrenaline going too.
And went to Canyon High School. He was actually a catcher there. San Diego State was the one that turned him into a pitcher.
Wait, just look the way he throws the baseball here. You got to feel why he would be a catcher. Just that delivery. It's more of a short arm delivery.
1 ball, 1 strike. When San Diego State recruited him, they saw him throw 1 bullpen and they said, okay, you're a pitcher now.
Yes.
And he said, okay, and I guess I'll do that. And he's been a pitcher ever since, and it's worked out. Now he's a big leaguer and a pretty good one.
I think that's what makes his cutter so effective, that delivery he has. You throw back at Ken Hill, the way he threw the baseball. Even Lucas Giolito, the transition, he had that longer throwing motion and shorten up his delivery and his arm motion.
2 balls, 1 strike on Soler. 1st and 2nd with 1 out. And that's ball 3. So Melton, after walking Shawnuel, has fallen behind Soler. He's have some danger here in the 1st inning. The 1st inning's been his worst inning throughout the season. 3.38 his ERA in the 1st. It's just 1.52 after that. So this is the time to get to him. Angels trying to do that as Soler takes ball 4 and the bases are loaded.
You can tell he's overthrown. And that happens, especially when you're pitching here at home like this. A lot of families, friends are here. Lots of them.
The Tigers send Chris Fetter, their pitching coach, to the mound. I think you're right. This seems to me as well an example of just a pitcher who's amped up, pitching in front of his friends and family. His first time pitching here at the Big A like this. So this is a big moment for Melton. He has loaded the bases here.
Yeah, a lot of them here tonight, and you can see, I mean, when you look at it, he's a 4-to-1 ratio as far as strikeout to walks. 2 walks already.
See that low ERA since the mound got lowered. 4th best ERA by a Tigers starter to begin a season. He had some elbow injuries dealing with at the beginning of the year, so he missed the first 2 months. He didn't pitch until May 24th at the major league level, but well, here he is, and these 8 starts have all been pretty good.
Love to see that. He's a little bit better than Mark the Bird Fidrich. I love watching him. The stuff he did on the mound, it was incredible.
Well, for a couple of years, the Bird was the word. Ball one to Josh Lowe. Didn't last long for Mark Fidrich, but it was quite a blaze of glory while he was out there.
It was. I got to see him a couple times when he had old-timer games back there. I had a chance to talk to him. He definitely was. He was out there a little bit.
Swing and a miss by Lowe, chasing a cutter that was down and in. 1 ball, 1 strike. Josh Lowe has one of the 6 grand slams the Angels have hit this year. Chases another one out of the zone. That was a
four-seamer at 99.
He's throwing way harder than usual here so far tonight in the first inning. It's resulted in a single, 2 walks. Trout lined out. And now ahead of Lowe, it's 1-2. And Lowe stays alive.
He will throw a split finger changeup. Throws that quite a bit to lefties. His curveball is pretty nasty too. I mean, all his secondary pitches have been pretty good. He's had some long, tough at bats though, Josh Lowe. Nice play on the carom. Good little rebound.
Good throwback fielding crowd here as well at Angel Stadium. The Angels in their throwback uniforms as well. Can't beat those.
Outstanding.
That's an all-time classic look. 1 ball, 2 strikes. As Lowe chops it to the right side. Play to second base. No, is going to first. Lee thought about it. Did everything but throw it to second. Gets the out at first as a run scores. Neto is in and the Angels a 1-0 lead.
You'll take that because now you have 2 guys still in scoring position. Hit pretty well by Josh Lowe. But he's going to be able to beat that out. His speed itself. A little slight hesitation. You'll take that run though.
Got handcuffed a bit, maybe didn't have a great grip. But either way, Lee only gets the out at first. And as Gooby said, now 2 in scoring position for Adele as well as he looks at strike 1.
You go back to that situational hitting. He gets the job done. He with 2 strikes, make contact, you get a run out of it.
Run batted in for Lowe, his 22nd of the year. Adele's driven in 53 on the season. No balls, 2 strikes the count. Talked about Melton being amped up. He's thrown 2 of his 5 fastest pitches of the year in this first inning.
.95-mile-an-hour cutter. The cutter before that got a lot of the plate. That cutter he threw to Zach Neto, middle part of the plate, 0-2, ends up scoring the first run of the game.
1 ball, 2 strikes on Joe Adele. I mean, you throw the cutter that hard and all of a sudden it's Corbin Burns like at that point.
Still think it goes back to that arm motion he has. It really works well for a cutter.
A lot of pitches in this first inning for Melton. 26 so far. 2 walks, a run is in.
He's got a tremendous spin on his cutter too. A high spin rate for a cutter.
Really looks like a slider from here. 1-2 as Adele rolls it. How Yu Lee goes to get it, and with a quick throw ends the inning. Angels settle for 1 in the first. They have a 1-0 lead.
Hey, I'll be home in about 10 minutes. Make it 8.
Mom, stop. It's really fun, I promise. Mom, I don't know what's happening. I gotta go. Go back home. That's my good boy.
Soda's heroic era is finally here. Start a brand new day with Poppy's Cherry Limeade, Wild Berry, and friendly new neighborhood flavor, Lemonade. Ready to go wherever your journey takes you. Sip like a hero with Poppy. Spider-Man, brand new day, in theaters July 31st.
When you're young, you don't just get handed trust. You have to earn it by hand. You listen and ask questions and see the way things have always been, but like never before. You realize time doesn't make something timeless. Standards do. Because if you want your name to last forever, you have to build your legacy one step at a time.
Welcome back to the Big A, where earlier today, Angels first-round draft pick Jared Greinlinger out of Huntington Beach High School came to the Big A, signed his contract, and got a lay of the land. Got a tour of the Angels clubhouse, got to take batting practice with Mike Trout and the other Halos. Also took in some good advice from Joe Adell and some of the other Angels. But we haven't seen the first-rounders here at the ballpark in about a handful of years. Interim general manager for the Angels, John Mozeliak, said that where I come from, we tend to have the first rounders come here, experience this, because we think it's really cool. And when it's in your backyard, that's even better. So they wanted him to experience this. But Jared called it surreal. 17 years old, growing up, coming here. He had season tickets to the Angels. He remembers sitting above the Angels dugout, right where he was talking to the media this afternoon. Remembers getting yelled at for putting his feet on top of the dugout. Obviously, big fan of Mike Trout, Shohei Ohtani, growing up, taking BP with him. But the best advice he got this afternoon, guys, from Joe Adell, who talked to him about also being drafted out of high school, how to transition the hitting part of it from high school pitching to the minor leagues. Joe told him, just stick with your routine that got you here. They drafted you because they like you, so stick with that. But a very cool afternoon for the Angels' first-round draft pick.
Thanks, man. I mean, that was a real.
No. That'll set me back.
Yeah, he did lay the ma'am on Erica before the game.
Three times. I appreciate the respect, but oh man.
Well, you're the ma'am of the hour.
Thank you, guys.
2 balls, 1 strike on Riley Green.
The kid was really poisoned in the dugout today. I mean, what a thrill that must be for him.
An incredible thrill.
The Angels. I mean, it's unbelievable. Team you grew up rooting for. Your family's here. Wow, what a moment.
And I'm glad that Mozeliak and the Angels have reinstalled that tradition of having the first-round pick around as Green chops it to Vaughn Grissom at second base, his old childhood friend, as Riley Green grounds out to Grissom. 1 away here in the second. But Jared Greinlinger, who was drafted last weekend, the 12th overall pick. Jared Weaver, the 12th overall pick once upon a time as well.
It's all about the Jared name. I'm not sure. Slightly different spelling.
You think Greinlinger even remembers, old enough to remember Weaver pitching? But he was born in April of 2009.
No, that's still freaking me out. That's unbelievable.
That's really disgusting. Eduardo Valencia is the batter with 1 out. 2009 is when he was born.
2009, yes.
That is absolutely, that's sinful. Greinlinger out of Huntington Beach High School. Angels did draft a lot of college players, though, after the first round, but a rarity for the franchise, at least first time in a long time, to have a first-round pick out of high school. Have to go back to 2018, the last time the Angels did that. So a little difference in the draft philosophy and in the philosophy in and of itself of having Greinlinger come and take part in this today.
Yeah, and when you get drafted as a high school player, whether you're a hitter or a pitcher, and at some point he's going to be maybe doing both. It's such an eye-opener when you start facing other professionals, whether you're on the mound or at the plate.
There's a pop-up to shallow right from Valencia. Grissom goes to get that. 2 up, 2 down. Now the Angels drafting Greinlinger in the first round, and then you see all the college players after that. Some notable picks, including Jackson Willits, who is another son of Reggie Willits out of the University of Oklahoma. But you see Georgia Tech, Texas A&M.
Gavin is an Orange County kid too, a huge Angel fan. I think it's really important to be able to have that fan base. You have some players, and be honest with you, Wayne, coaching against a lot of the players in this area, there are so many incredible baseball players from Orange County. I mean, so many. It's like almost like a minor league program. A lot of these high school, and it's definitely a college program.
Yeah, Gavin Grahovac, he was the 3rd-round pick, and there have been many who have said that's one of the kind of underrated picks of the draft, getting Grahovac out of Texas A&M. So it's interesting how the Angels went about this. And you know, obviously when you draft a 17-year-old, you're not expecting him to make an impact anytime soon. This is a development process now that goes into play as Lee fouls one back. So Greinlinger will start that process. The Angels say they will use him as an outfielder and a hitter. He did pitch in high school as well, and there was some question if he would be a two-way player, but for now he's going to be concentrating on the hitting portion.
It worked out for a high school player from Millville, New Jersey, too. worked up here pretty quickly.
Well, that is true. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Lee. And a swing and a miss. Strike 3 on a slider in the dirt. So Detmers a 1-2-3 inning. Wasn't Trout drafted in 09 when Grindlinger was born?
That's not right.
You read every label at the grocery store, but have you read your dog's food label? Sundays for Dogs gently air dries meat and superfoods to preserve nutrients and flavor. It's healthy, complete nutrition with no artificial preservatives, fillers, or synthetics. Plus, there's no refrigeration or thawing required. Just scoop and serve. See the difference real food makes in your dog's life. Get 30% off your first box today.
With Kalshi, you can trade on anything.
Man, tell them something they don't know. Like I'm from Greece.
Look at Gagano!
Before I was born late one night, but Papa said everything's alright.
Hello, campeón.
Finding the right plumber shouldn't feel like searching for a needle in a haystack. At Thumbtack, we'll help you find the right pro for your project, your home, and your needs. With the help of our AI-powered matching, so you can hire with confidence. Thumbtack, we know homes. Hire the right pro today.
Four non-blondes. What's going on?
I love that one.
Back from the All-Star break. A lot of activity, the throwback uniforms, everything going on here at the Big A. Let's go 4 non-blondes. What's going on?
That might be the best one you've ever picked.
Or at least the most recent?
Well, Von Grissom takes ball 1.
It is a good song.
You think Grindlinger's ever heard of 4 non-blondes? I don't think so.
I'm just hoping if I joked around when I said, I can't wait to do a Gooby Tuesdays when you mention Led Zeppelin, will look at me like, what?
Lead?
Yeah.
No, I don't know. I don't want that. 1 ball, 1 strike on Grissom. It was followed by Guzman and O'Hoppe here in the bottom of the 2nd. What a day here at Angel Stadium.
Yes.
Throwback week begins.
A lot of energy.
Ball 2 to Grissom. The Angels in these incredible throwback uniforms.
How about John Mozeliak today, though, with his smile on his face, the energy he had in that dugout today. That was good to see.
John Mozeliak, his first draft in the Angels organization. The trade deadline about 2.5 weeks away. So this is an interesting time for the organization, to be sure. And the plan for Mozeliak to eventually hire a general manager that will come in and run baseball operations, but in good hands for now. 3-1 as Grissom takes ball 4. The 3rd walk already issued by Melton. Only guy with worst control so far here tonight has been Clyde Wright, who threw out the first pitch, throughout the first couple of pitches. Trout encouraging Clyde to throw a strike. And then look at this. He does the old granny shot.
He told me he was going to roll it. I said, I'm going to crush you on the broadcast. And Trout, he's crushing him there for making that first pitch, rolling it in there.
And then he bounced it anyway. So Trout gave him a lot of grief, and rightfully so.
Trouty goes, didn't you throw a no-hitter?
Now, why did he roll it like that?
As only Clyde Wright would do.
No balls and a strike.
He's going to come into our booth at some point, I'm sure, giving us a little briefing.
I'm sure he doesn't even know where it is. You think he does?
Oh, yeah.
Guzman fouls it off, and it's 0-2. He threw the first no-hitter, Clyde Wright, in the history of this ballpark.
Yes.
Is that correct? You're older than I.
Then he rolled in the first pitch.
Well, there he is.
There you go.
The incomparable Clyde Wright.
He says, you know what? I like bowling better.
Yeah, we're bowling for Clyde. No balls and 2 strikes on Guzman, who it's a bouncer foul.
I told him, he said, I'm going to roll it up. I said, Clyde, I guarantee you we will crush you on the broadcast. I didn't realize Trouty was going to beat us to the punch.
He did. Trout was not taking that in kind.
Oh.
Clyde Wright with the granny shot. I just could not believe my eyes. No balls, 2 strikes on Guzman. A pitch in the dirt that Dingler keeps at home plate. Then O'Hoppe said something to Clyde as well after, and
he did.
Clyde threw another one at him. So another ding for O'Hoppe this year.
Yes. Why would he not?
Getting some chin music from Clyde Wright before the game today. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Denzer Guzman. And a wave and a miss on the splitter for strike 3.
He's throwing a couple pretty good splitters now. Command is still a little off. But when he throws that splitter, he's got some chases with it.
First strikeout for Melton tonight. Now O'Hoppe will be the batter.
Clyde, he's one of a kind.
Truly. One out with a runner on first as O'Hoppe looks at a strike. Now, well, O'Hoppe said something probably about his granny shot. And then what? Clyde Wright threw at him.
He goes, hello, have you seen how many baseballs have hit me this season?
I mean, that is absurd.
There's Clyde. He's like, wait a minute, are they talking about me?
Yeah. He'll find out soon. Swing and a miss by O'Hoppe. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Well, he still has the flip phone. It's very difficult to send him a text message.
He'll find out in a year and a half, and then he'll storm in here next August and yell at us about it. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Logan O'Hoppe. Fastball is right down the middle for strike 3. So Melton with back-to-back punch-outs.
98-mile-an-hour fastball. Part of the plate, lower part of the strike zone. It's a couple of games though for Logan O'Hoppe. He's taking some fastballs. Usually that's what he's looking for. You can tell he's caught in between looking for a pitch, but you always think look fastball first, react on secondary pitches.
2 outs, and now Neto at the plate. Faces old nemesis.
By the way,
Derek Schooler.
Clyde Wright on that one.
Please.
Hitting him.
O'Hoppe was starting to really put it together at the plate, and now has fallen back down. He's only 6 for his last 53 with that strikeout. 2 balls and no strikes on Neto. But they'll face Skubal tomorrow, and they've had some battles that have been pretty entertaining.
Always interesting. Yeah, it is always interesting to watch those two.
Skubal against Grayson Rodriguez here tomorrow night, and then Sunday afternoon, Ryan Johnson against Casey Mize. Strike to Neto, and it's 2-1. Verlander make the trip. I didn't see him earlier. He did not make the trip, so Verlander is still on the injured list. He had a good following at the All-Star game as well. He was the commissioner legacy pick and taking it all in as he is retiring after the season. I don't even know if he'll pitch again this year or in his career. As it turns out, this will be a strike to Neto.
Yeah, it's going to be close enough. I think it's going to touch that edge.
Angels challenge powered by T-Mobile. But nice to see Justin Verlander get that kind of.
I mean, it was such a thrill watching him compete over the years. He'd be 93, 94 in the first inning. All of a sudden, middle innings, it's going to 96, 97. In the 9th inning, he's 99 miles an hour.
I think about the best pitchers of his generation, his era. He's right there at the top with Kershaw and Scherzer.
I really thought he had a legit chance at 300 wins, too.
3 straight strikeouts for Melton after a leadoff walk ends the 2nd.
Did he do it? Oh my goodness, what a play!
Relive the biggest plays from with Abby LeVar on Quick Pitch, late nights and early mornings on MLB Network. Introducing the all-new MLB Plus, your ticket to streaming baseball's best. Enjoy MLB Network 24/7 with live out-of-market games and award-winning shows. Enhanced game nights with MLB Big Inning, live and commercial-free. And hear live home and away radio broadcasts of every game, blackout-free. Even stream minor league games and more. It's all here and it's all new. Get MLB Plus for just $59.99 a year. Visit MLB.com/MLB Plus.
The MLB app. Yeah, it's got game. This game. These games. All the games. Pre-game. postgame, and everything in between. This is baseball your way, with real-time stats, scores, breaking news, and custom content that hits every time. Because you choose the teams and pick the players you want to follow. So when they catch it on the field, you catch it on the app.
Well, throwback weekend, so let's throw it back to one of the all-time greats, Nolan Ryan, who dominated the American League as a member of the Angels in the 1970s, threw 4 no-hitters as a halo, tied with Sandy Koufax for the most of any player with any one team. Of course, Nolan threw 3 others as well, has the all-time record with 7. All-time strikeout king as well, as Guzman plays this to first, shows off his strong arm to retire Ben Malgeri, 1 out.
Well, watching the mechanics of Nolan Ryan and how he used that lower half of his body so effectively and hide the baseball. Once he figured it out and was throwing a few more strikes, I mean, he just absolutely dominated every hitter he ever saw. You think about all-timers as far as no-hitters, 1-hitters, 2-hitters, 3-hitters in his career.
Probably should have kept him around back in the late 70s, early 80s, as he was allowed to sign with the Houston Astros as a free agent going into that 1980 season. His number retired by 3 different organizations, between the Angels, the Astros, and then the Rangers at the end of his career. Balls and a strike on Zach McKinstry.
Wow, good slider again. Good depth on his slider so far.
Although the Mets were the team that gave up on him too soon, especially early in his career, trading him for, at that point, Jim Fregosi, who had done so many great things as an Angel in the 60s. He was kind of on the back part of his career by the time that trade happened. So the Angels got a fresh arm in Nolan Ryan for Fregosi.
Well, back in those days when you had Nolan Ryan and Frank Tanata, you had those two in a 3-game series. A pretty good chance you're going to win that series.
Yeah.
And there's a pretty good chance some of those hitters are like, I'm kind of a little bit under the weather today.
McKinstry down on strikes, so Detmers is starting to roll. He has 3 strikeouts. He's retired 8 of the first 9 that he has faced.
It's that good fastball after showing the slider. Stayed true right out of his hand. Perfect spot. That's a good target that Hoppy set for him there.
2 out, nobody on. Vierling is the batter. Fouled out his first time. Good play by Joe Adell, running down toward the right field side. Tigers only have 1 hit so far, a single by Dingler with 2 outs in the first, their only base runner. You get Detmers on a roll in this ballpark, and you might not see many base runners.
Seen it a couple different times already this season.
Well, that stretch that he had, retiring 36 in a row across back-to-back home starts, was really something to behold. You know, you don't get the accolades the same as if you do it all in one game. But that's 12 straight perfect innings he had as a starting pitcher.
Even Nolan Ryan didn't do that. He had 27 straight.
1 ball, 1 strike on Matt Vierling.
I mean, that was a stretch that was unreal what he was doing.
It was over a home starts only, so there were a couple of road starts in between. So you just don't get the same kind of following when you do something like that over a stretch of time. But it still was mesmerizing. 1 ball, 2 strikes as Vierling takes ball 2.
Done some pretty amazing things for such a young career, including a no-hitter, immaculate inning, but have 36 straight innings. 36 straight at home here. Retired. Nobody on base.
2-2 on Vierling. Swats that one foul to stay alive. As part of that, he had that 14 strikeout game against the Texas Rangers, in which he didn't walk anybody. He became just the 4th Angel to ever do that. And the first Angel since Nolan Ryan to have a 14 strikeout game with 1 or no hits allowed. 2-2 on Vierling. Now 3-2 the count. Going on with the umpire here, but Will Little has put himself back together. 3 balls, 2 strikes on Matt Vierling, the leadoff batter for the Tigers, hitting with 2 outs here in the 3rd. It's smacked into right center for a base hit. So Vierling, after that little pause from the home plate umpire, I wonder if that got Detmers out of a groove there.
Yeah,
for a
he
moment.
was just grabbing the baseball, attacking the strike zone, grabbing the baseball, attacking the strike zone, and that fastball got a lot more of the plate. And when you go back to the last few starts in which he has struggled a little bit, is Reid Detmers. A lot of those fastballs have gotten the middle part of the plate.
Will Little's got something in his eye. Sometimes in the minor league stadiums, you'd hear 3 blind mice being played for the umpires, and then they eject. They eject the guy playing the music. Well, not going to help if something's in his eye.
Drop a Stuart Little on him too while we're at it.
Ball 1 to McGonigal. You have Will Little on this umpiring crew. You have Ryan Wills, and you have Dylan Wilson. So the Wills are at it here on this umpiring crew. 2 balls, no strikes on McGonigal. McGonigal is a frontrunner for American League Rookie of the Year.
I got to believe Albert Urania is going to get some consideration himself. Although McGonigal is an everyday player, putting up great numbers.
I think the only thing stopping McGonigal is what kind of second half Murakami's going to have now that he's back for the White Sox.
They were crushing the ball again today.
Yeah, they're all over the Blue Jays 12-2. Rogers Center tonight. Toronto's dropped to last in the AL East.
When they got hot, they've kind of fallen apart again.
The team that's hot is the Red Sox. They've won 11 in a row now. Starting with that sweep of the Angels over 4th of July weekend. They have not lost since the game right before that. McGonigal with a fly ball to center. This is Trout's territory.
It's Philly to Philly.
And Philly out here in the 3rd.
Enhanced game nights with MLB Plus. Watch live out-of-market games on MLB Network. Hear home and away radio broadcasts of every game, plus access to MLB Big Inning and more. It's all here on MLB Plus for just $59.99 a year.
It's basically
you do this. Stealing is when somebody has the ball and they're going to tag the other person and somebody else takes it out of the glove.
If you want to just catch the ball, that's okay. And if you don't want to catch the ball, that's a strikeout.
Because it's fun and you don't have to be good at it, you can just play ball.
It's a great night for baseball.
This matchup features some of the best talent in the game. A lot of power, a lot of marquee names.
Here we go. Buckle up, folks. There's a guy who wants to be in the spotlight. The bats have come alive.
Hey, showstopper!
We're just playing Powerball.
This place doesn't know what hit them.
These teams are entertaining, are they not?
The show continues. Experience game-to-game coverage of the night's biggest moments, live and commercial-free. MLB Network Strike Zone, Wednesday and Friday nights all season.
Our Kia player profile, we usually talk about Mike Trout, but we'll talk about a different Angel MVP instead. 1979's most valuable player in the American League. Don Baylor hit that one into what would become the Trout farm.
Yes, it would. What an incredible player. As about as intimidating as a hitter you could ever find. He was right on top of the plate. He could fly, power. Like every time whatever uniform he was putting on, he was in a World Series there for a while.
Yeah, he had that stretch in the 80s where he was on a number of World Series performing teams. Here is Mike Trout as he looks at a strike. Just a handful of MVPs in Angels history. Don Baylor was the first to win an MVP award in an Angels uniform. Mike Trout's done it 3 times. Shohei won a couple as an Angel. And here's Trout lining one fair down the left field line.
That was a rocket.
Extra base hit for Mike Trout, fresh off his All-Star appearance in Philadelphia. He is back with a double.
Oh, he turned on that one there. That splitter stayed upstairs. He hit it at over 108 miles per hour. His 14th double with 18 home runs. How quick those hands were. An elevated hanging splitter right down the line. It was well played by Riley Green. If that ball gets by him, it's going to be fun to see how quick Trout will go around the bases. Green did a nice job of cutting that one off, playing against the wall.
Not to leave out an MVP winner, and currently the only man with the big A on his cap in Cooperstown, Vladimir Guerrero, who won the MVP in 2004.
A lot of MVPs in that 27 number.
Yes. Well, I think Trout's going to have his big A on his Cooperstown cap as well.
Yes.
1 ball, no strikes on Shotwell. Now ball 2.
Big at bat here. We talk about those situational hitting. This is one of those at bats now, especially now with 2 strikes. That's where Shotwell loves to try to pull the baseball and hit it hard.
Three 3-0 now on Shotwell. Walked his first time. Melton's issued 3 walks so far. It's not really a normal part of his game.
By the way, I give Shotwell the green light here.
And it's ball 4, so Melton has a new season high and has tied his career high by issuing his 4th walk, 2 of them Shotwell.
Pitch count jumping up way high now.
Jorge Soler stands in. Soler walked in his first plate appearance today.
He's going to be looking to turn on something on a fastball early.
Melton last pitched on July 8th. Sometimes at the All-Star break, you get starting pitchers out of their routines more than anything. Even if you're the first man up like Melton, you know, it coincides with when he pitched last as well. And for Melton, that was 9 days ago.
Sometimes you're too strong, you overthrow, and you're seeing that in a lot of his pitches here tonight.
Wonder about that.
Simulated games as much as possible, but still the game action is completely different.
1 ball, 1 strike on Soler. First and second with nobody out. So I'd imagine when you're at the All-Star break, you want to take your break too if you're not actually part of the All-Star festivities. And then you got to get right into a game, and you're the pitcher.
And you usually now you get an extra day. It used to be you started up on that Thursday, your team workout on Wednesday.
Well, they didn't want to give you guys any breaks back then.
No, overrated.
1 ball, 2 strikes on Soler. If this Olympic thing happens in 2028, it's going to be a really long break for the folks that are not participating in either the All-Star game or the Olympics. If that does come to fruition, it could be about a week-and-a-half long break. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Soler looks at strike 3, although he wants to challenge. Remember, the Angels lost a challenge already tonight.
Man, this is right down the heart of the plate.
So this one, powered by T-Mobile, will give the Angels a 2nd lost challenge. The Angels in the 3rd inning have run out of challenges here.
Pretty tough in a 1-0 game here too.
Yeah, and neither was in an incredibly high leverage spot.
It's a big at bat now for Josh Lowe and the Angels.
Lowe has the only RBI so far today. Cuts through that first pitch from Troy Melton. Melton out of Canyon High School. A number of big leaguers actually went there, including Rob Deere.
Wow, was he strong? Oh. I mean, he would be absolutely perfect in this day and age.
I was going to say, he was a pioneer with his high strikeout and home run totals.
He had to cut his sleeves to be able to get his arms to his uniform.
Rob Deere. Steve Scarsoni went to Canyon High School as well. And former Angel Doug Linton, part of the group out of Canyon High. Runners on first and second with 1 out for Lowe at a ground out in the first inning that scored Neto. Fly ball to center. It's shallow. Out goes McKinstry. In comes Vierling to make the catch. It's the 2nd out here in the 3rd.
Well, you think you got to find a way to score a run here, especially with a leadoff double here. And then a walk.
It was Trout's 339th career double, tying him with Tim Salmon for the second most in Angels history. Pretty easy to guess who was number 1 on that list.
Yes.
Garrett Anderson was a doubles machine and had 489 in an Angels uniform.
489.
All 1 to Adele. By the way, Tim Salmon's nephew got drafted by the Angels as a 19th round pick.
Lots of fishes with the Halos.
Ball, no strikes on Adele. Grounded out his first time. It's tied up there, and it's 1 ball, 1 strike. One right in on the hands.
Tied him up pretty good on that.
Probably a good way to go against Adele. He likes to hit the ball out the other way.
Yeah, he's got 6 home runs versus fastballs when they're away. 6 this year.
Doesn't really look to yank the ball much into the left field corner. See him inside out in that one. 1 ball, 2 strikes. I guess the question for Adele is, can he be a guy that can do both? Can he use his arms and extend himself to hit the ball out the other way, as we've seen, and also maintain that pull power, because he can hit the ball 500 feet when he pulls it out to left.
It's a matter of recognizing pitches and getting their pitch to hit.
He is all tied up there, and that's strike 3. So the Angels squander that leadoff double. They leave Trout at second.
Enhanced game nights with MLB Plus. Watch live out-of-market games on MLB Network. Hear home and away radio broadcasts of every game, plus access to MLB Big Inning and more. It's all here on MLB Plus for just $59.99 a year. Step up to the plate with MLB Plus, your ticket to streaming baseball's best. Enjoy MLB Network 24/7 with live out-of-market games and award-winning shows. Enhanced game nights with MLB Big Inning, live and commercial-free. And hear live home and away radio broadcasts of every game. Plus live minor league action and even Game Day 3D. The ultimate second screen experience on MLB Plus. Now available on the MLB app.
They ask me, with or without? You with the crew?
You from the D?
Where'd you go to high school?
Your dad put you in brown and gold?
You see Skins go?
You get your Dodger dog?
You take the 7?
Siempre 305?
You see Big Dumper 60?
Do you see him put Vladdy in the jacket?
You here for 17 and 22?
Where were you in 16?
Where were you in 23? How about 40-70?
You see Judge's 62?
Shohei's 50-50.
Think you can beat the freeze?
But they never ask who my team is. They don't have to. It's right here. Cut from the city. Visit MLBshop.com.
Well, join us at the Big A on Monday, July 20th. The Halos will take on the Cardinals. You'll be one of the first 25,000 fans to receive a throwback clear backpack courtesy of State Farm. Angels.com/promotions for more info. We won't be here Monday, though.
We got to be able to hide one of those two.
Well, we got to hide a few of them.
Yes.
Dylan Dingler is the leadoff batter here in the 4th.
We need Dora the Explorer to help us out with the backpacks. I do think Jared knows that one, though, at least.
He might. Dingler with 19 home runs leads the Tigers in that category. He's 3rd among major league catchers, behind Shea Langoliers and Hunter Goodman of the Rockies, who are also all-stars, just like Dingler was. Dingler was a Gold Glove winner last year as well. Very well could win it again this year. No balls, 2 strikes on Dingler.
Good, really good all-around player when you think about his power numbers. Well, an outstanding defender behind the plate.
First Tiger catcher to win a Gold Glove since Pudge Rodriguez in 2007. 1 ball, 2 strikes as Dingler takes ball 2. They love the way that he studies. They view him as a guy who really puts in the work to study opposing hitters. His game planning, his pitch calling. Those are things that Dingler says he takes pride in before anything else that comes to his offense. He's been good offensively as well.
Yes. He had a pretty good catcher back there in the 80s too with Lance Parrish too.
Lance Parrish, who was also an all-star for the Angels. A tremendous power guy for a major league catcher. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Dingler. Good curveball, strike 3. That one just snapped right in.
73 miles an hour. Reid Detmers so far in this game has been outstanding using that 4-seamer. Take a look at our StatCast 3D powered by Google Cloud. The 4-seamer and the slider so far of the 41 pitches they've thrown. 24 4-seamers, 17 sliders, a lot of them outside the strike zone. Then he drops the yellowhammer, the curveball, drops it in there at 73.
Spencer Torkelson with 1 out. Another good breaking ball. This time the slider in for a strike.
You notice though with Reid Detmers though, when he'll start using his changeup as the game progresses. That was the first one there. It's tough to have the feel for that the first one, but it's an effective pitch for him.
Torkelson he did hold his swing. 2 balls, 1 strike. Torkelson kind of an all or nothing hitter at this point, hitting .207 on the year, but he does have 16 home runs.
Tied him up with a fastball there. 96. It's a good ride to it.
2-2. Well, Detmers looks nice and refreshed coming out of the All-Star break. A little bit less of a layoff for him. His last appearance was July 9th when the Angels were in Texas, so 8 days ago. 2-2 as Torkelson takes ball 3.
There's a strikeout in his game. I think we might try that slider down and in. See if we get that punch out.
It's a swing and a miss, strike 3. So Detmers does get that slider down enough for Torkelson to swing right through it. 5 strikeouts.
A little bit of a change of eye level. The 4-seam fastball, the one before it, and spins that slider down in the zone and gets that punch out.
Torkelson frustrated by that strikeout, although it's his 123rd of the year. You'd think he'd been there and done that by now. Here's Riley Green stroking one to the right side. That's down for a base hit. As it bounces into the corner, it's at least 2 bases here for Green.
Such a good hitter. Jumped on that slider.
First extra base hit for the Tigers tonight. First man in scoring position.
That slider in the strike zone. He's been a guy that's always been aggressive when you think about it on the first pitch. Went into this game 438 on the first pitch put in play. 21 for 48 with 3 home runs. He's got a double in that first pitch.
Here is Eduardo Valencia with 2 outs and a man on second. There's that curveball dropping in again for a strike. Valencia had a home run in his first major league at bat last week. No balls, 2 strikes now. First Tiger to do that since Akil Baddoo in 2021.
So he takes that first pitch curveball. He expands his zone on that 4-seam fastball. You would think you're going to try to get him a chase now out of the strike zone. Even take a chance of bouncing something.
0-2 the count. Now It's a foul past third, where the Tigers have a new third base coach, Joey Cora. Both Cora brothers got shown out this year. Alex Cora fired as Red Sox manager, and Joey Cora let go recently as third base coach of the Tigers. So they have Billy Boyer coaching third now. Swing and a miss, strike three. Detmers strikes out 3 in the inning.
You read every label at the grocery store, but have you read your dog's food label? Sundays for Dogs gently air dries meat and superfoods to preserve nutrients and flavor. It's healthy, complete nutrition with no artificial preservatives, fillers, or synthetics. Plus, there's no refrigeration or thawing required. Just scoop and serve. See the difference real food makes in your dog's life. Get 30% off your first box today.
Cooking a dinner my whole family can enjoy is a piece of chaos. The requests these kids make are really something.
Dad, can I get some strawberries and ketchup?
Home Chef's new family menu has been a lifesaver. With Home Chef's easy 4-serving meals, we get dinner done quicker.
I have to finish my masterpiece.
Do I even want to know?
Home Chef's family menu. The parents who get it?
What?
Get Home Chef. Get 18 free meals at homechef.com.
Want the fastest working GLP-1? Now in a new monthly pen and at half the price. FDA approved weight loss medication. Cheaper. The fastest GLP-1 at its lowest price. On Row. Lose 20% of your weight in a year. On Row. 4 weekly shots in 1 monthly pen. Weight loss faster. Price cheaper. 1 monthly pen now on Row. See if you qualify at row.co/TV.
Angels baseball on ABTV, presented by Pechanga Resort Casino. Look at this beautiful place in Orange County. Angels are back home. There's Pechanga.
Yes. Beautiful day. Beautiful day.
Von Grissom with a line drive to left, and that's a base hit, falling in front of his old high school teammate Riley Green.
He made a play against him earlier in the game.
I know, he got Green out. Green could not return the favor. Grissom has a leadoff base hit.
On base twice already tonight. Jumped on that one. Was able to bring his hands in. It was running in on him. Gets it in front of Riley Green.
So the Angels with their leadoff man on as Denzer Guzman bats. Struck out his first time.
The leadoff batter on all 4 innings now.
Only cashed it in once. Neto scored in the first after he had a leadoff single, and a couple of walks helped him get home. Only run scored on a ground out. Josh Lowe bouncing in Neto. 1-1 strike. Called that a fastball, but it looked like the cutter from Troy Melton. Melton's allowed 2 runs or fewer in 7 of his first 8 starts this year.
I mean, overall, their starting staff has been really, really good. Now that they're getting everyone back healthy.
Well, Skubal and Mize the next 2 days, so we'll have a look at the 3 best of the Tigers starters right now. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Guzman. I mentioned Verlander earlier, who will miss a lot more time, but Cater Montero's done a good job for them. Framber Valdez on the bereavement list right now, but he's expected back early next week. They have Jack Flaherty. Two balls and 2 strikes on Guzman. Overall, this Tiger staff has been pretty good. They've blown some leads, though. Back into their bullpen's been a bit shaky, including Kenley Jansen was really good for the Angels last year.
He was about locked in.
Guzman gave us the old Chris Webber there.
Yes.
Tried to challenge without one left. Tarek Skubal tomorrow, last year's Cy Young winner in the American League, and the year before that as well, back-to-back winner for the AL Cy Young.
Look at that stretch. His whip during that stretch from 23 through 25.
Jalopy with a bouncer to short. McKinstry to second for one. Lee to first. And Torkelson holds the bag for the double play.
Adding throwing creatine has definitely helped me with how I perform on the court. I feel like I have a lot of endurance throughout the 82-game season, and I'm making those split-second decisions with a clear mind and a clear vision. It seems like the game slows down with throwing.
Guys, stop what you're doing and head over to Fabletics, because right now everything is 80% off, including shirts, tees, polos, and shorts, pants, joggers. Perfect for the gym, office, or golf. Get 80% off everything right now when you sign up as a new VIP, only at Fabletics.com.
Helping pets in need is now as easy as slipping into a pair of Skechers. With hands-free Skechers Bob Sports slip-ins, this year, Skechers will donate over $600,000, and they donated over $13 million and helped over 2 million pets. Hands-free Bob Sports slip-ins from Skechers.
Greenlight's been amazing, encouraging the kids to do their chores and save. We started using Greenlight to get chores done, but it has led to so much more.
Hey Noah, what are you doing?
I'm researching the stock market.
What's a stock market?
Hey, I'm at the game. And we should always use Game Time for tickets. They're dropping cool features like zone deals and price drop alerts so we can go to more games and shows.
Finally, a ticketing app that actually gives a Download the app today.
Join your favorite on-air personalities for unique perspectives, in-depth interviews, and untold stories from on and off the field. The MLB Network Podcast, presented by New Balance, Saturdays on MLB Network and wherever you get your podcasts.
An actor from the Detroit area, J.K. Simmons, is at the ballpark tonight over Tigers TV booth. He's on more baseball broadcasts than I am.
Yeah.
This guy's always on baseball broadcasts.
Look, he's got his glove and everything. He's ready.
He's going to catch one in that booth.
Yeah, it's for the love of the game. That's why he's making that play.
It certainly is. They get more foul balls in that booth than we do.
Yes. I like the beard. He played in the movie Red. He was Santa Claus in that, so he's continued. Just in case there's a sequel for that one.
He's a little late for our Christmas in June. It was a few weeks ago.
I asked him about it, the accountant. I said that was one of my all-time favorites. He says, "Wait till you see the second one," and then the second one was really good.
I haven't seen the second one yet.
Oh, it's so good.
It is?
Yeah, he didn't fare too well in it, but the rest of the guys did.
Well, spoiler. Strike out. How you leave.
While.
1 ball, 1 strike. Not that long. It took like a decade to make the account too, didn't it?
Yeah, that was about 2 years ago.
I like the first one though.
Oh yeah, so good.
1 ball, 1 strike on How You Lee, who struck out his first time. Detmers has fanned 6 tonight, including all 3 outs in the 4th inning, sandwiched around the double that Riley Green hit.
Boy, it's been some tight games already in baseball. Miami playing so well. They're extra innings with Milwaukee. 1-1.
Bottom of the 10th in Milwaukee. That's where the Angels will be to start next season.
As always, the Halo's on the road to start the year.
Every single year. It'll be a very balmy Milwaukee on March 25th. At least they got a roof, though, unlike Wrigley Field, where we froze our buns off this year.
Yes.
At the beginning of the season.
That was a comfortable freezing.
Ball 3. Wrigley will host next year's All-Star game. They unveiled the logo for the 2027.
I think they'll boo the visiting guys as far as the home run derby, you think?
Well, if they're wearing a Cardinal uniform, then yes.
There's a good chance of Walker's in that one.
3-2 on Lee. Swatted toward right center. It moves Trout back, but he's there, and he makes the catch. 1 out here in the 5th. The schedule was released yesterday, and this is what it looks like in some regard. Opening day in Milwaukee. The Cubs will actually be here for the home opener. We'll show them what good weather looks like in the early part of the season. The Freeway Series in late May and mid-July. It'll be this series actually next year, right after the All-Star break at Dodger Stadium. The Red Sox are here in late May. The Yankees in late August. for the 67th season of Angels baseball in 2027. There's a fly ball toward the right field line. Long run to Dell as he falls short. It's a fair ball.
Right off the chalk.
That ball hit the chalk fair, so Malgiri has a double down the right field line.
We know that netting down there too. You got to make that play.
Yeah, that's in play.
That's right on the chalk.
Makes it easier for the umpires when they get a cloud of chalk. As Malgiri kept that fair, so he's in scoring position with 1 out. The batter will be McKinstry.
Not hit hard, but placed perfectly.
McKinstry made the All-Star team last year. I still think Zach Neto should have been an All-Star last year over McKinstry.
I didn't have a problem if he made it this year either.
Yeah.
41 extra base hits for Neto coming into this game here tonight. 41.
The ball's 1 strike on McKinstry as he flails at that, and it's 0-2. I thought especially last year Neto deserved it over McKinstry. That's why I took it out on pause when we were in Detroit.
Well, you should. And you rewarded some pizza though, so you were all right.
Yeah, we came out a winner in the end. No balls, 2 strikes. Swing and a miss, strike 3. McKinstry chases a slider in the dirt. O'Hoppe will get the official out at first.
I love what he did there. Finish him off as quick as possible. You don't need a set-up pitch. He already set him up with a couple of those swings. Finish him off with a nice slider.
7 strikeouts now for Reid.
That was a great target set by O'Hoppe. Off the plate 0-2. And got him the chase off the plate. Kept it in front also. Nice job by O'Hoppe and Reid Detmers.
Detmers has now had at least 6 strikeouts in 9 of his last 12 starts. 7 so far tonight.
130 on the season.
It's a big number. A real shot, you'd figure, at having a 200 strikeout season before it's all over.
Good curveball there too.
Detmers now with 130 strikeouts, tied with Paul Skeens for the 7th most in the majors. The ball's 2 strikes on Vierling. Now it's 1-2. And 6 pitchers ahead of Detmers, including Jacob Mizorowski, who leads the majors with 167. He's up by 20 over everybody else. 1 ball, 2 strikes, the count on Vierling. High pop up. Shallow left. Josh Lowe comes in for it. He's there. Detmers holding on to this 1-0 lead.
When we started Warby Parker, we just sold glasses. And only online. But people liked them. A lot. So we offered more things. Like sunglasses and contacts. And then we thought, what if we sold eyewear online and in stores? So we did that. And now we have stores in neighborhoods all over. There you can chat with friendly opticians and get eye exams from top-notch doctors. Now, no matter where you go, we've got your eyes covered.
With Kalshi, you can trade on anything.
Man, tell them something they don't know. Like I'm from Greece.
Look at Gagliano!
Before I was born late one night, but Papa said everything's alright.
Hello, campeón.
Every game night is a chance to go big with MLB Big Inning. Join Matt Yatloff and Greg Caserta on baseball's only nightly show that brings you the biggest plays of the night.
Strikes him out.
No one stacks more clutch plays into one live show with up to 4 games on a single screen.
Out of here! He is on fire. It's a walk-off winner.
Change up game night with baseball's biggest game changer. MLB Big Inning. All season. Presented by CarShield.
Pitch week is coming to the Big A. The first 25,000 fans Wednesday, July 29th against the Astros. I think that's Gooby right there.
Oh, yeah.
We'll get a City Connect beach towel courtesy of Tempe Tourism. Angels.com/promotions for more info.
Just hanging down the beach the whole time during the All-Star break.
Dana Point.
Yes.
What a place.
It is unreal. High tide, there was a lot of surfers out, a ton of surfers.
You didn't get out and chop it up on the water, did you?
You know me and water.
Zach Neto swings and misses. The Schuylkill River took care of you on that one.
Yeah. Yeah, that might set you back. Give you a new reason to fear water when you think of Schuylkill River back home.
1 ball, 1 strike on Neto. Base hit and a run scored in the first. The only run so far in the game. Troy Melton has dealt with some traffic, but only just the 1 run allowed. The Angels have had their leadoff man on in every inning. Ground ball in the hole. It is fielded by a man who fell down. McKinstry grabbed a seat. Zach Neto has an infield hit.
Hawk would say grab some bench.
McKinstry grabbed some grass here.
And once that guy got by McGonigal, it was going to be a real tough play anyhow. He's trying to field that pivot and one motion, make the throw across the diamond, unable to do so.
Now all 5 innings in which the Angels have had their leadoff man on. Neto's been on twice. Zach Neto with a run scored earlier. His 68th run scored.
Pretty big lead here. Not an easy combination to steal against, though. Melton pretty quick to the plate. Dingler with a good throwing arm.
1 ball, 1 strike. Well, Neto has a chance to lead the American League in runs scored. He's first right now. And the last Angel to do that, the man at the plate, Mike Trout, who scored 123 in 2016. Last time he led the American League in runs scored.
Been impressed by Melton, even though his command hasn't been as effective as we've seen so far this season. But he's a grinder out there. He's attacking. Doesn't quite have that. Oh, there you got it back up there, 96. He's been settling around 93 the last few fastballs. He's been really impressive.
1 ball, 2 strikes on Trout. Only 1 man in the majors with more runs scored than Neto, and it's James Wood of the Nationals, who has 89 runs scored. Neto has 68. Swing and a miss by Trout, and as Melton gets the strikeout.
One of some of those hitters for the Nationals will be having fun up in West Sacramento.
Probably. He's fired their pitching coach over the last weekend.
That was a 97-mile-an-hour fastball down the heart of the plate. You see that when that swing there by Trout just pulled off that one.
Washington has a lead in Sacramento tonight, 4-2.
Still is going back to Boston. They just keep winning every game. Sweeping the Rays in a double dip.
I think 2 weeks ago the A's were right there and the Red Sox were back in the wild card picture. Now the A's have fallen out almost completely. They've lost 9 in a row. They're 14 games under 500. Here's Neto caught between first and second as he falls down. Torkelson runs him towards second base. And now Neto with a spin move finally gets tagged out for the second out of the inning. So 2 away. The Red Sox with their 11-game winning streak, they're at 500 now, and they're the 3rd wild card in the American League.
Caught in between that Hoppy goes when he's going to try to steal a base. The only thing you can hope for is make contact with Torkelson there.
1-3-6-3-4.
Hut, hut.
Caught stealing. Pitcher to first base to shortstop to first base to second base. 2 outs as Nolan Shonowell bats.
Second pick off the season for Melton.
The curveball landed. We haven't seen a bunch of those from Melton tonight, but he dropped one in on Shonowell.
Frustrated, looking for his 13th stolen base.
Caught stealing a number of times now. That's number 9. Shonowell taps one to Lee at second base. And that ends the 5th.
10 seconds, guys. Let's have a go up.
At MLB Network, we're always on the move because baseball doesn't just travel, it transforms.
This is how we should do a show every day.
And we're there to meet the moment wherever the game goes. Regular season,
Welcome to Cooperstown.
All the stars are out in Atlanta, Georgia.
postseason,
Can you believe what we just saw?
every season.
This is unbelievable.
This is MLB Network, the home of baseball.
It's basically you do this. Stealing is when somebody has the ball and they're going to tag the other person and somebody else takes it out of the glove. If you want to just catch the ball, that's okay. And if you don't want to catch the ball, that's a strikeout. Because it's fun and you don't have to be good at it, you can just play ball.
Join your favorite on-air personalities for unique perspectives, in-depth interviews, and untold stories from on and off the field. The MLB Network Podcast, presented by New Balance, Saturdays on MLB Network and wherever you get your podcasts.
Nice outing brewing for Reid Detmers. 5 innings. He has not allowed a run. He hasn't walked anybody, and he has struck out 7 Tigers. He's had to maintain a 1-0 lead since the first, and so far he has.
Yeah, I mean, his curveball now has been an effective pitch along with how good that 4-seamer and slider have been.
Got McGonigal out twice. McGonigal flied out his last time, and now a soft ground ball puts Zach Neto into the picture as McGonigal is 0 for 3.
You like those quick outs too as you get a little deeper in the game. Reid Detmers, so far, I mean, he's got everything working. That slider has been sharp spin. Best spin I've seen from him on a slider in about 4 or 5 starts. Then he drops that curveball in there, but he's shown enough fastballs to set up those secondary pitches so effectively. You go back to his last 17 home starts. He's gotten a total of 33 runs of runs to work with on the mound. That's why he's been struggling to win these games at home. This 17 total in 17 starts with 1 today, giving him now 34 and 18 starts at home.
Not very many.
No.
1 ball, no strikes on Dylan Dingler. It's a fly ball to center field. Trout lines that up. It's 2 quick outs here in the 6th inning, and give us a quick ride with Hyundai.
Enjoy your new car.
Thanks. Gotta run. Okay, bye.
Deal so right, it almost feels wrong. The Hyundai Getaway Sales Event.
And that great game that Detmers had against the Rangers. Remember, he got no decision in that because the team didn't score until they put the game away in extra innings to win that game 2-1. It's hard to have a 14 strikeout 1-hitter and get a no decision. There's a liner right into the Tiger booth. Did Dan Petrie catch that?
Look at that.
Oh my goodness.
There he is. That's
with the glove.
Champion. What a play.
He dropped it on the transfer, but that was a clean catch.
That was outstanding. Look at that play. Tell you that 84 team is still the best I've ever seen. Look at even in the booth it is.
That is an incredible play.
Wow.
By Dan Petrie.
Whew. That was a rocket.
That had some steam on it. But I guess the glove we saw J.K. Simmons using.
Happy to be out of there.
Yeah, that hit him right between the eyes.
He might not have been no more Santa Claus. He might have been back from accounting 3.
1 ball, 2 strikes on Torkelson. Dan Petrie. When that ball went into the booth, even with the headset on, you could hear a thud.
Yep.
And either it was somebody's face or it was a caught ball. Unfortunately, it was a caught ball.
That was unbelievable. Wow.
Well, kudos to Dan Petrie over there on Tigers television.
Yes. That was outstanding.
2-2 on Torkelson.
Always loved watching him compete too. Local guy here too.
He went to El Dorado High School. Dan Petrie. I like him because he kind of looks like Mike Ditka.
That's a good call. That's a real good call. He caught that ball like Mike Ditka over the middle of the field.
2 balls and 2 strikes. Dan Petrie was an 18-game winner for the '84 Tigers. Made the All-Star team in '85. Pitched for the Angels for a couple of years too, '88 and '89.
Yep.
Little tapper, and Detmers handles that to work a 1-2-3 inning.
Step up to the plate with MLB Plus, your ticket to streaming baseball's best. Enjoy MLB Network 24/7 with live out-of-market games and award-winning shows. Enhance game nights with MLB Big Inning, live and commercial-free. And hear live home and away radio broadcasts of every game. Plus live minor league action and even Game Day 3D. The ultimate second screen experience on MLB Plus. Now available on the MLB app.
They asked me, with or without? You with the crew?
You from the D?
Where'd you go to high school?
Your dad put you in brown and gold?
You see Skins go?
You get your Dodger dog?
You take the 7?
Siempre 305?
You see Big Dumper 60th?
Do you see him put Vladdy in the jacket?
You here for 17 and 22?
Where were you in 16?
Where were you in 23?
How about 40-70?
You see Judge's 62?
Shohei's 50-50.
Think you can beat the freeze?
But they never ask who my team is. They don't have to. It's right here. Cut from the city. Visit MLBshop.com.
Join your favorite on-air personalities for unique perspectives, in-depth interviews, and untold stories from on and off the field. The MLB Network Podcast, presented by New Balance, Saturdays on MLB Network and wherever you get your podcasts.
Flash you back to the 1984 World Series just to placate our producer Evan Schloff. As the Tigers won that World Series 35-5 to start the year. For the first quarter of that season, the best record of all time. Kirk Gibson's dramatic home run against Goose Gossage. Although Gibson would also hit another dramatic home run later on in a different World Series. As a Dodger, Dan Petrie, 1984 World Champion for the Detroit Tigers.
Took us out in 3 games. That was when it was a best of 5 ALCS. They were close games, including a 1-0 finisher in game 3. That was really comfortable, finding my way from the bullpen and finding my way to the bus too. That was very comfortable at Old Tiger Stadium.
1984 American League Championship Series. Charlie Liebrandt had a CG loss.
The old complete loss.
One of those games.
They lost game 1 in extra innings too, I think it was.
Yeah, you had two. Saberhagen pitched pretty well in that first game and lost. Liebrandt the complete game loss. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
The bullpens in that old Tiger Stadium were interesting. You were down below, it felt below sea level, working your way back up there to start throwing. It was tough. Fans were pretty tough on you there.
Kirk Gibson hit a home run in that ALCS. So did Alan Trammell, Lance Parrish. Sorry to hear that you had a rough go of it down there.
Oh yeah. Oh, I got plenty of other stories when we got on the bus after we were eliminated too, as they were celebrating on Michigan Avenue. It was not a lot of fun trying to get out of there.
3-2 as Soler swings through that, and that's strike 3. So these 2 starters have been up to the task so far tonight. On the Angels side, Detmers 6 scoreless innings and 7 strikeouts. Now Melton has fanned 8 with only 1 run allowed.
Throw all those pitches too when you think about it in that first inning or so.
Angels bullpen is up, so it looks like Detmers at 86 pitches right now might be done with 6 innings under his belt. Good performance from Detmers. Not really much strain other than it's been a 1-0 game. A couple of men in scoring position. That's been it. 0-2 on Josh Lowe. Still has the only RBI tonight, coming on a ground out.
Melton's got his fastball velo still working at 96. This kid's been really impressive.
Ball was fouled back toward the PA booth, although the catch was not made in there. Like how Dan Petrie snagged that one in the last half.
How often we say it, the best athletes are pitchers. It's on display again.
Who's we?
I know you always say it. At least it's always in the back of your mind.
Absolutely. Hopefully it stays there. Swing and a miss by Lowe. Another strikeout for Melton. That's 9 now. 2 out, nobody on, and A.J. Inch is running out to the mound.
He looks like he's done now.
Yeah,
two strikeouts in a row.
A.J. went out there, a man on a mission. Melton with 9 strikeouts, tying his career high, and yet he will be lifted from this game.
Relive the biggest plays from every game with Abby LeVar on Quick Pitch, late nights and early mornings on MLB Network.
It's basically, you like do the feeling is when like somebody has the ball and they're going to tag the other person and somebody else takes it out of the glove.
If you want to just catch the ball, that's okay. And if you don't want to catch the ball, that's a strikeout.
Because it's fun and you don't have to be good at it, you can just play ball.
Step up to the plate with MLB Plus, your ticket to streaming baseball's best. Enjoy MLB Network 24/7 with live out-of-market games and award-winning shows. Enhance game nights with MLB Big Inning, live and commercial-free. And hear live home and away radio broadcasts of every game. Plus live minor league action and even Game Day 3D. The ultimate second screen experience on MLB Plus. Now available on the MLB app.
Ball on ABTV, brought to you by Infinity. Experience their luxury SUVs. Your local retailer today. By the OC Healthcare Agency, your mental wellness resource. And by StubHub, a proud partner of Angels baseball. Tigers go to their bullpen after Troy Melton struck out the first 2 hitters of the inning. Cater Montero, who has started some games and been kind of a swingman for them since their rotation got a little healthier, is now on the mound to face Joe Adell. As Montero pumps in a strike.
He has fastball 93-97. We'll throw a sinker along with a 4-seamer, curveball, slider, changeup.
Saw Montero earlier this season in Detroit as a starter. He's done a nice job for them by and large, really over the last few seasons. No balls, 2 strikes. Troy Melton gets pulled mid-inning after 5 2/3, striking out 9.
He was outstanding.
Worked around some trouble.
0 ERA on the season. I think that's pretty solid.
I think so. Second straight start, striking out 9. Had some issues in the first inning, but he was able to correct it. Angels have their leadoff man on base in every inning except for this one. Detmers might be done too after 6 shutout innings. So a good pitcher's duel. We will not see Pitcher's duel of the old vintage throwback era, where a 1-0 game would be the two starters going all 9.
What's fun would that be if you're a manager trying to take Nolan Ryan out of a game like that with that amount of pitches? That was probably like 4 innings for Nolan Ryan.
2 balls, 2 strikes on Joe Adell. I'm sure Nolan Ryan and Jack Morris had some backs and forths like we saw here tonight, but again, guys you expect to go the distance in those types of battles. Detmers and Melton did their part tonight. 3-2 on Adell. A swing and a miss on a pitch that was seemingly out of the zone as 2 Tiger pitchers strike out the side in the 6th.
It's a great night for baseball.
This matchup features some of the best talent in the game. A lot of power, a lot of marquee names.
Here we go. Buckle up, folks.
There's a guy who wants to be in the spotlight.
The bats have come alive.
Hey, showstopper!
We're just playing Powerball.
This place doesn't know what hit them.
These teams are entertaining, are they not?
The show continues.
Experience game-to-game coverage of the night's biggest moments, live and commercial-free. MLB Network Strike Zone, Wednesday and Friday nights all season.
Do you dream of seeing all 30 ballparks?
Really a special place. People are excited for the game.
We've got you. For the first time, MLB and T-Mobile offer you a chance to win trips to all 30 stadiums. Yes, all 30.
What a treat.
The views.
This is so much fun.
The food.
It's a fiesta here at the ballpark.
The vibe.
The energy is incredible.
The adventure of a lifetime with experiences you simply need to see to believe. Begin your journey to 30. Enter now.
Enhanced game nights with MLB Plus. Watch live out-of-market games on MLB Network. Hear home and away radio broadcasts of every game, plus access to MLB Big Inning and more. It's all here on MLB Plus for just $59.99 a year.
With both starting pitchers working effectively tonight. Detmers was good from the get-go, and Troy Melton, after a rough first inning, found his way as well.
I mean, combined for 16 punch-outs and under 12 innings pitched. Very manageable pitch counts too.
Melton, that's a real Nolan Ryan tribute from Melton, as he matched his career high in both walks and strikeouts tonight.
Yes. Never get comfortable in the batter's box if you're a hitter against him tonight, and not a lot of comfortable swings, although they did have some leadoff traffic, the Halos against them.
Well, not a lot of comfort against Ryan Zefferjohn of late either. He has really pitched tremendously well over the last month or so. And he replaces Detmers here in the 7th with a 1-0 Angel lead. Riley Green leading off, taking strike 1.
That's the big reason right there is Zefferjohn's dominance of late is trusting and using his fastball.
This is an 18-inning stretch now for Zefferjohn since June 1st, where he's allowed just 2 earned runs with 30 strikeouts. Had a 15-inning scoreless streak in that mix, had an 11-inning hitless streak in that mix. So Zefferjohn has really dominated over the last several weeks. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Green.
And because his trust and use of his four-seam fastball, his sweeper's been better, his cutter's been better.
Just a total turnaround for Zefferjohn from where he was earlier in the year, and really from where he was most of last season. Two balls, 2 strikes on Green. Kerry Carpenter is on deck. Nobody likes to switch their players around in the middle of a game more than A.J. Hinch. Swing and a miss, strike 3.
98-mile-an-hour four-seam fastball from Zefferjohn. Had him thinking possibly going with that sweeper, instead spotted that 98 perfectly.
So Zefferjohn strikes out the first batter he faces. Now Hoppy goes to the mound to talk about the scouting report, with Carpenter hitting for Valencia.
Dangerous hitter here.
Carpenter certainly can be. He has not quite lived up this season to what he has put together over the last couple. Had some injury problems too over the last few years, but 26 home runs last year, a career high. He's hit just 13 so far this year, and he's only batting .222 for the season.
Generally really aggressive on the first pitch, but a lot of power. He's got a couple home runs when he's put the first pitch in play.
A couple of home runs in the playoffs last year too against the Mariners. Strike to Carpenter. You do get hot, as we'll have our Hyundai 7th inning stretch coming up, and you do get to the playoffs. If you're the Tigers, this is like a perfect postseason batter right here, Carpenter, because he can launch one at any time. It's this one off the top of the ball though, and hits a bouncer that Grissom fields for the second out.
That's a good pitch too. Back-to-back good fastballs. That's always the key, to get him hit on top of the baseball like that.
So now Hao-Yu Lee will bat for himself with 2 out and nobody on. Tigers do have Colt Keith, a left-handed option off the bench, but they're going to stick with Lee here.
Colt Keith with pretty good numbers against the Halos this season also.
I thought he would be the option here, but Zephyr-John faces the right-handed batting Lee and pumps in a strike. And it's 0-2. The fastball right by him.
Some life on that one. Another 98-mile-an-hour fastball from Zephyr-John.
Tough loss for the Padres tonight. Beaten by the Royals 7-6. San Diego had a 6-3 lead entering the bottom of the 10th and blew it.
They escaped a bases loaded no-out jam in the bottom of the 9th, thinking they were going to win that game up by 3.
Yeah, they can't afford that right now. 0-2. Padres are just trying to hang on. But their playoff possibilities aren't looking too hot right now. Third in their division and a few games out of the National League wildcard picture. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And that just missed. The Angels can't challenge.
And they would have won that challenge.
They lost both of their challenges in the first 3 innings of this game.
Missed call though behind the plate.
Yeah, that too. 2-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Zephyr-John rolls through the Tigers here in the 7th. 2 strikeouts protecting a 1-0 lead. We'll have our Hyundai 7th inning stretch as the Braves battered the Texas Rangers tonight. Drake Baldwin had a 5 RBI game. He really struggled after coming back from the injured list, but trying to get back on track. Roughed up the Rangers tonight. In Colorado, it's a ballpark that is known for a lot of triples. Well, Spencer Steer decided to get all 4 bases here as that ball rolled away off the wall. And it was an inside the park home run as the Reds beat the Rockies in a battle of 2 last place teams at Coors Field. Mark Gubicza, I'm Wayne Randazzo, and Gooby, the Angels have had a very well-pitched game so far tonight.
Reid Detmers so good. I mean, I love his slider depth. We talked about it as a go-to today, and he trusted his fastball. Speaking of trusted fastball, Zephyr-John, he's throwing some gas, 98-mile-an-hour gas, just trying to hold on to a 1-0 lead here. The local kid, Troy Melton, threw the ball exceptionally well for the Tigers today, too.
How about on throwback week, Dan Petrie catching that ball in the booth?
Real athlete.
This has been our Hyundai 7th inning stretch.
The MLB app. Yeah, it's got game. This game. These games. All the games. Pre-game, post-game, and everything in between. This is baseball your way. With real-time stats, scores, breaking news, and custom content that hits every time. Because you choose the teams and pick the players you want to follow. So when they catch it on the field, you catch it on the app.
Be a 7 o'clock start tomorrow, so we'll have our pregame coverage begin at 6:30. Grayson Rodriguez for the Halos against 2-time Cy Young winner Tarek School.
Grayson Rodriguez, tremendous career numbers against the Tigers, 2-0 with a 0.60 ERA.
Pitched well against them in Detroit earlier this season. And we'll see Skubal tomorrow. There'll be so much attention every time Skubal takes the ball from here on out because the direction of the Tigers is unknown. And Skubal is the biggest trade chip out there probably for any team. Grissom inside out, swung a liner to right, and it's caught.
It's throwback, destination unknown. That's where Skubal. Gotta bring all that throwback together there for you, Wayne.
Thank you very much. One out here in the 7th inning. But the Tigers, if they don't come back tonight, they'll be 9 games under 500. It's hard to really hang on to your World Series dreams when you're not even a 500 team. And it would take a lot of work for Detroit to get up to 500 here before the trade deadline. Swing and a miss by Guzman. Their series after this one, they go to Wrigley Field. Then they're home against Kansas City for 4 games, home against Baltimore for 3. Then they're in Sacramento for 3 games, leading them right to the deadline. So not a lot of time to figure out your course. And any loss puts a trade possibility of Skubal even more into the headlines.
Yep.
No balls, 2 strikes on Guzman. Sam Bachman readying in the Angels bullpen as Kurt Suzuki has deployed Zephyr John. Looks like he'll deploy Bachman next, and then I guess Kirby Yates would get the 9th inning tonight. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Guzman.
Real happy with what we saw from Reid Detmers today, though. Excellent.
3rd time Guzman has struck out Montero with the punch. 2 outs here in the 7th, as we will hear from Jack in the Box.
Don't get FOMO. Get my Philly style bonus Jack combos and new Philly munchie meal.
Welcome to Jack in the Box.
You know where I'm stopping on the way home.
Ah, yeah. Here's Ohapi 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a double play ball. Well, Detmers' name is popping up in trade rumors as well. We'll see what the Angels' course of direction is as far as that goes, but Reid Detmers was very strong tonight.
Yeah, there's scouts here, which we assume there is. They had to love what they saw from him today.
It's going to be a seller's market. There's a ground ball to short from Ohapi, and McKinstry throws him out. So quick 7th inning. It's still 1-0 as we go to the 8th.
It's basically you like do the stealing is when like somebody has the ball and they're going to tag the other person and somebody else takes it out of the glove.
If you want to just catch the ball, that's okay. And if you don't want to catch the ball, that's a strikeout.
Because it's fun and you don't have to be good at it, you can just play ball.
Did he do it? Oh my goodness, what a play!
An absolute beast unleashed.
You are unbelievable.
Racking them up, all I do is win. Spot that hashtag like a boss, yeah, that's how I roll. Keep on nailing it, never miss it, back, enjoy the show.
Relive the biggest plays from every game with Abby LeVar on Quick Pitch. Late nights and early mornings on MLB Network. Enhance game nights with MLB Plus. Watch live out-of-market games on MLB Network. Hear home and away radio broadcasts of every game, plus access to MLB Big Inning and more. It's all here on MLB Plus for just $59.99 a year.
For a limited time, you can save 20% on Angels.TV seasonal pass and stream Angels baseball in market all summer long. Watch games at home or on the go, live or on demand. Subject to national exclusivities. Visit Angels.TV for details and take advantage of this limited time offer. If you get a chance to get a discounted price on watching Gooby and I, you should take it.
Yes, there's no question about that.
Gooby and me. Those bad grammar. Sam Bachman is the new pitcher. as Colt Keith will come off the bench now to bat in place of the right fielder Malgiri. Expected to see Keith against one of these right-handed relievers, and here he is. Started to hit the ball out of the ballpark a little bit here lately. All the Tigers really have. Detroit has led the majors in homers since June 1st. Seemed like earlier in the year they were sacrificing power to just get hits. They've changed that approach. They've hit a lot more home runs. They've scored a lot of runs. Though we have not seen that tonight. They haven't scored any.
Well, it's great pitching by the Halos so far.
Tigers averaging 5.1 runs per game since June 1st. Second in the American League. First in homers. And ball, 2 strikes on Keith.
Cole Keith this season against Halos 4 for 7.
Swatted foul.
Elevated that one there. Sinker ran, flattened up top.
Keith gets a piece there to stay alive. Angel pitchers have struck out 9 in 7 innings tonight. Tigers have 4 hits. They have not walked in this game. Last Tiger base runner was Malgiri when he doubled off the chalk down the right field side. Swing and a miss, strike 3. That's 9 in a row set down by Angels pitchers.
Real good arm action on the changeup. That's his neutralizing pitch, I think, at times against left-handed batters. That changeup. It's a real good one. Turns it over, runs off the outside part of the plate. Solid pitch.
This is the 10th strikeout by an Angels pitcher tonight. Mentioned that Atlanta win tonight. They beat Texas 15-1. The last 2 innings of that game were pitched by Victor Medeiros, a former Angel. Remember, he was traded to Atlanta earlier in the year when the Angels DFA'd him.
Always liked his stuff.
Medeiros allowed 1 run in the final 2 innings of that game, pitching behind Chris Sale. But he also was allowed to bat in that game as the Braves, with a big lead, put their DH in to play first base, which lost the DH. So Medeiros, he batted and he had a 2-run single.
Okay, now you're going to agree with me now, Wayne.
He did hit it off Kyle Higashioka.
It doesn't matter. He's a great athlete, like all pitchers.
It was a little lobber, and he ripped it. He did hit it hard. It was 104 miles an hour off the bat.
Wow.
So Victor Medeiros had a 2-run single in the game. In this day and age, a rare hit by a pitcher. He never even got to pinch hit when he played.
No.
That's unfortunate. He were in the majors a long time. How did that never happen?
That's a good rounds of BP, though. That's a plus. That's always a plus.
Did you pinch run ever?
No.
Never even pinch ran. That's hard to believe.
It's not right.
Did any of your teammates get to pinch run?
It's all one time.
Just once.
Saber egg, and it didn't work out well for him there.
You wrote it.
He forgot to kind of go on a base hit in the outfield. So that kind of set us all back.
Swing and a miss by McKinstry, strike 3.
Another good changeup.
McKinstry has struck out 3 times. 2 out, nobody on. Let's take a ride with Kia. And a pleasant ride indeed. 2 outs. Here is Vierling, who had a base hit in the 3rd inning. Vierling in the leadoff spot, but he has not been on base a whole lot this season. Well, he won't be in that spot tomorrow with Rodriguez pitching, but a 260 on base percentage for the guy leading off in this Tiger lineup tonight.
The importance right here of this batter here for Bachman when you see who's waiting on deck for the Tigers.
It's McGonigal in the on deck circle. Still got to go through McGonigal, Dingler, and maybe Green one more time tonight. 2 balls and a strike on Vierling. This Tiger lineup has certainly been tamed by Detmers, Zephyr-John, and Bachman. Little looper into right center, and Vierling is on for the second time. He has a 2-out single.
Just upstairs on that sinker, and he just tried to punch that ball to the outfield and did so. Not hit extremely hard, but an elevated pitch, and he punched it.
So now McGonigal will get a chance with 2 outs. McGonigal has not hit for a lot of power yet at the major league level, but you get a sense this is going to be a guy who can hit 20 homers, 30 doubles, and 10 triples in a season.
11 stolen bases, hasn't been caught once yet.
He plays the game hard too. Here's a note from Blake as O'Hoppe goes to the mound. This is why I said it was hard to believe you never had an at-bat. It was historic, the fact that you never had an at-bat.
Well, that's the way I am.
You had the 3rd most innings pitched of any player in Major League history with no at-bats.
Yes.
Ron Guidry,
Gator,
and Mike Flanagan are the only pitchers in the history of baseball to have more innings pitched and no at-bats than you.
I feel pretty good there about myself. That's well I should. It was the fear of what the pitchers would have to do if I was in the batter's box. They were just saying, no, let's keep him in that dugout as much as possible.
Well, Saberhagen definitely ruined the running thing for you guys.
Yes. Oh, yes.
A balls and a strike. Pitch way inside. By the way, the new pitching coach for the A's. It's not mattering in Sacramento. 10 runs allowed by the A's staff tonight. Figured when Jose Suarez got into that, the A's were in trouble. They were. 10-2, Washington with the lead.
Especially the way Washington could swing the bat in that ballpark.
Yeah, that's the last thing you want is the Nationals to show up when you're pitching poorly as a team. Harry Ford with a home run. He just got called up. I believe that's his first major league home run. 2 balls and a strike. McGonigal fouls one off.
It's a perfect time when we were playing the Tigers. Not Henry Ford, but Harry Ford.
The Ford company has definitely had some success in Michigan. 2 balls and 2 strikes on McGonigal. 2 out with a man on first in this 1-0 game. It's been 1-0 since the first inning. Runner going, throw to second, and he is safe. Vierling ruled safe at second. He did not have much of a jump.
Neto thought he got him on the tag.
I thought he got him too. O'Hoppe's throw with a short hop in there. Neto with a quick apply of the tag.
They're definitely going to take a look at that when Neto's already walking off the field.
I thought he was out from here. Take a look. He's out. Unless he missed the tag, he's out.
See if he got his elbow here. He got his elbow, he's out.
Oh yeah, he's definitely got him. Right?
You're always concerned about that call stands on that one too.
Well, Neto motioned right away, so he had to have felt something on the tag attempt of Vierling.
Vierling was looking in too, going, oh, please don't challenge that too. He had that look.
Well, hard to tell on the replay. Not a lot of obvious movement on the tag attempt. We'll see. Neto believed the tag was down. The throw beat him.
Yeah, the longer it takes, though, the more you feel that could be that call stands. And with this count right now, I wouldn't go after McGonigal at all. I make him chase out of the strike zone, even though Dingler's been really, really good. Now they're throwing the ball in already, so.
Yeah, the count here would be 3-2. That's just Bachman wants to warm up as they take a little more time to figure out this replay at second base. They showed it on the stadium video board here. Neto trying to get that tag down. I thought he got him. See if Lance Barksdale has some news for us.
Everyone's walking off the field for the Angels.
Yeah, Adele's already at shortstop.
No.
Kurt Suzuki or somebody
After review, the call on the field stands. The runner is safe.
Yeah.
So we thought it was going to be in the end.
Kurt Suzuki is not pleased with that call. It's hard to tell from that angle if the tag was on or not. The Angels were stunned. Neto can't believe it. I mean, there must have been some feeling on Neto's side.
I would not give him anything to hit right here for sure.
3-2 on McGonigal. Runner at second base now. Vierling gets the steal.
And I think if he throws the changeup, you got to be ready if you're Andrew Guzman on that left side by yourself over there.
Swing and a miss. Bachman strikes him out.
Got him with the changeup out of the zone.
3 strikeouts in the inning.
Didn't give him anything good to hit. He went fishing.
Bachman went into overdrive.
Yes, he did.
I never considered myself an alcoholic, but drinking affected my job, health, and relationships. A powerful medication helped me take back control. Now I no longer feel the urge to drink, and the same pill that helped me could help you. Text TV5 to 710-710 to learn more.
Guys, stop what you're doing and head over to Fabletics, because right now everything is 80% off, including shirts, tees, polos, and shorts, pants, joggers. Perfect for the gym, office, or golf. Get 80% off everything right now when you sign up as a new VIP, only at Fabletics.com.
When we started Warby Parker, we just sold glasses, and only online. But people liked them a lot. So we offered more things, like sunglasses and contacts. And then we thought, what if we sold eyewear online and in stores? So we did that. And now we have stores in neighborhoods all over. There you can chat with friendly opticians and get eye exams from top-notch doctors. Now, no matter where you go, we've got your eyes covered.
Finding the right plumber shouldn't feel like searching for a needle in a haystack. At Thumbtack, we'll help you find the right pro for your project, your home, and your needs. With the help of our AI-powered matching, so you can hire with confidence. Thumbtack, we know homes. Hire the right pro today.
Angels' upcoming schedule, ABTV will give you most of these games presented by Tonga Resort Casino. ESPN on Monday night as the Cardinals are in town, but the Angels and Tigers through the weekend, then St. Louis, then a trip to San Francisco, the Angels and the Giants.
Cardinals have played well this season. Glad.
Yeah.
I'm sure you're glad to hear that, right?
A lot of young players there. Weatherholt has been really good for them. Walker obviously has blossomed into a really good player. So the Cardinals are starting to trend back in the right direction after a couple of lean years. Ask John Mozeliak about it. He brought a lot of those players into the Cardinal organization that are thriving now. Tigers moving a lot of players around as Colt Keith stays in the game to play third base. Kicks McGonigal to shortstop and moves McKinstry to right field. Neto hammers one foul.
For a little insurance here.
It's Keith at third. McGonigal at short. McKinstry in right. A.J. Hinch. Like a nutty professor in that Tiger dugout, moving guys around. 2 balls and a strike on Neto. Cater Montero has retired all 4 batters he has faced so far. Mentioned Montero is kind of a multiple inning reliever after having started a number of times this year. Just a one-man bullpen for A.J. Hinch so far tonight behind Troy Melton.
Kirby Yates getting warmed up down in the bullpen.
Try a save in the 9th inning if this score holds similarly as Neto strikes out. One away here in the 8th. 3rd strikeout for Montero. Montero only his 6th relief effort. He made 15 starts throughout the season so far as Trout stands in. Trout doubled earlier, the only Angels extra base hit.
Tied him up at a fastball in there.
Angels scored a run in the 1st, had the bases loaded. Josh Lowe grounded out to score Neto. And that's it, the only run of the game. Tigers have really only had a couple of chances to score. They have not had a man on third base all night. 0 for 4 with runners in scoring position. Angels are 0 for 5.
Yates with 2 career saves against the Tigers. It's pretty solid area, 2.81.
Now in the 9th inning, Dingler, Torkelson, Green, Carpenter are the batters due up. So it won't be easy for Yates if it stays 1-0.
Good chance of getting a fastball here for Trout. See if he can get a hold of one.
Swing and a miss by Trout, and it's 2-2. Say with the Angels going to San Francisco. It's weird how little the time the Angels spend there now. They used to be there a lot because of the A's.
Yep.
Angels would stay in San Francisco. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Trout. And he's down on strikes as well. So Montero now has fanned 4 of the 6 batters that he has faced. 2 down. Now just go to San Francisco every other year.
Yes.
It's been a rough go for the Giants for most of this season as well under their new manager Tony Vitello. They're leading Seattle tonight 2-0 in the 6th. The Astros lost as well, beaten by Baltimore 3-2 tonight.
Texas lost also. It's so wide open, the AL West.
Well, someone will win the division. Someone will pop champagne for it, but whichever team it is will be one of the weaker division champions of all time. 1 ball, 1 strike on Shotwell.
Wow, that was a pretty good pitch.
Dingler will challenge it, and it's a strike.
Yeah, definitely going to be a strike.
Like Dingler's mechanism of challenging just dings the top of his helmet.
Officially strike. Detroit has 1 challenge, 2 challenges remaining.
Cardinals are ahead of Arizona tonight 3-2. They're in the 8th inning. Wetherholt, one of the larger all-star snubs. Hit a home run for St. Louis tonight, his 14th.
Diamondbacks are a really interesting club. Every time you think they start to struggle, they start playing better. They have a lot of talent on that team.
That's strike 3 called. The Angels can't challenge as they ran out earlier. So Shotwell down on strikes. Cater Montero strikes out the side.
Did he do it? Oh my goodness, what a play!
An absolute beast unleashed.
You are unbelievable.
Racking them up, all I do is win. Spot that hashtag like a boss. Yeah, that's how I roll. Keep on nailing it, never miss it. Back, enjoy the show.
We live the biggest plays from every game with Abby LeVar on Quick Pitch. Late nights and early mornings on MLB Network.
Greenlight's been amazing, encouraging the kids to do their chores and save. We started using Greenlight to get chores done, but it has led to so much more.
Hey Noah, what are you doing?
I'm researching the stock market.
What's a stock market?
Hey, I'm at the game. And we should always use Game Time for tickets. They're dropping cool features like zone deals and price drop alerts so we can go to more games and shows. Finally, a ticketing app that actually gives a fuck. Download the app today. As a parent, your plate is usually full long before dinner time rolls around. That's why Home Chef's family menu is making it easier than ever to sit down and eat together. Delicious 4-serving meals packed with family-friendly flavors are just a delivery away. Our fresh, pre-portioned ingredients and simple recipe steps save you time and money while making it easy to sit down for a family meal everyone will love. Home Chef's family menu, solving family dinner, one meal at a time. Get 18 free meals at homechef.com.
Angels baseball on ABTV, brought to you by your local Kia dealers. Visit kia.com to discover movement that inspires. The Wells Fargo Active Cash Credit Card, an unlimited 2% cash rewards on purchases. Terms apply. And by Villa Ford of Orange, step up to the plate and drive home a winner today at Villa Ford of Orange. So 1-0 lead for the Angels. Reid Detmers is trying to win a start at home for the first time since April of 2024.
So we're in 26 right now, right?
We're in July of 26, yes. Of course, he didn't start last year, but he did start for most of the 24 season at this level and all of this year so far, and he has not had a home start win since April of 24. He's trying to get one here, and Kirby Yates can help him get it. Jose Siri now in left field as Yates delivers ball 1 to Dylan Dingler. Siri is in left to help the defense out. Josh Lowe comes out of the game. He has the only RBI tonight. Two balls, no strikes on Dingler leading off.
All important first batter here for Yates.
It's a strike and it's 2-1. The only 1-0 win for the Angels this year was the night Joe Adell robbed all those home runs.
Mike Trout is playing back almost on the warning track in center field.
Maybe he'll try to rob a home run if Tiger looks for one here in the 9th inning to tie the game. Adell's pretty deep too in right, and Siri's deep in left. So respecting the power of Dingler, who leads the Tigers in homers. As he pops it up, Shotwell gives it a chase. It is out of play and out of reach.
That is a serious no doubles defense here.
Very deep. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Dingler leading off the 9th inning. Torkelson and Green follow. And Dingler gets dinged by that pitch. So Yates hits the leadoff batter.
Just dropped that wrist on a splitter and right in the tricep. Going back to Hyundai Key for the game today. What's going on? The Angels so far have been excellent, especially on the pitching side. Now it'll be a pinch runner here for the Tigers. Got to win another 1-0 game here at the Big A this season.
Former Dodger James Outman that is running at first base for Dingler. Their other catcher is Jake Rogers. We'd see him if this game ends up in the bottom of the ninth. Kirby Yates trying to keep it from happening as Torkelson bats.
Got 5 stolen bases, been caught twice.
You think they'd want to run with Torkelson up. This is your double play candidate right here. 9 double plays hit into by Torkelson on the season. Swing and a miss, and it's 0-1. With a save tonight, Yates would tie Jordan Romano for the team lead. It would be his 4th. Romano had 4 in the first couple of weeks of the season. We have not seen him in an Angels uniform since late April. And he's still the team leader in saves.
Just a few weeks ago, picked up his career number 100th career save.
Looking for number 102 here tonight. No balls, 2 strikes on Torkelson. Riley Green on deck, by far the Tigers' best hitter. Upstairs, Yates hit Dingler to start the inning. Now Outman running in place of Dingler at first.
Feel like he might be going here, anticipating a splitter. Potential strike him out, throw him out maybe. Feel like he might be going.
1 ball, 2 strikes the count. Two and two. Outman holding at first so far.
He was thinking about going and stopped. Was a splitter.
Popped up. Shallow left center. Siri's got to come in for it. 1 out.
Ooh, that's a dangerous spot against Torkelson too. He's going to be frustrated on that one. Going back to the dugout.
And we'll bring up Riley Green. And for what it's worth, the Tigers do have a stolen base tonight with Vierling in the 8th inning. But they run the least of any team in the major leagues. 32 stolen bases as a team. That is dead last in all of baseball.
It's been the case for a while too for the Tigers.
1 out. Here is Riley Green, though. Very dangerous bat. When we last saw the Tigers, Green really had not been hitting for power. Despite all the home runs he hit last season, 36 of them. He'd gone over a month without a home run the last time we saw him, but now he has 13. He has started to find that power stroke.
That's 2 throws over there now.
Green is at 9 of his 13 home runs for the season since June 1st. Outman with a big lead, not running. Green takes ball 1. Green was hitting well over 300 early in the season.
Just a real good approach. He can pull the ball. He can go the other way.
There goes Outman. Big jump. Throw to second. It is not in time. Neto with a quick tag. And he's in disbelief. He thought he had Outman. He thought he had Vierling earlier as well. The Tigers steal their second bag tonight.
Quick tag. See if he get his foot in there before the tag was applied.
Yeah, he did.
Just got it in there. No.
The tying run at second with 1 out. 1 ball, 1 strike on Green. And it's foul to make it 1-2.
Tying him up with a 4-seam fastball there too. You tell he just by that reaction by Riley Green, he was thinking something down the splitter.
Angels trying to take the first game of this series coming out of the All-Star break. Trying to hold down a 1-0 lead in the 9th inning. It's 2 balls, 2 strikes on Green. His high point in the season, Green was hitting .335 around the middle of May, but he wasn't hitting for power. Since the home runs have gone back, the average has gone down. But I think the Tigers will take the power. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Green. He takes ball 3 with Kerry Carpenter, another power hitter, on deck.
You go with your bread and butter here, your #1 pitch. Love to be able to get him out. You can walk Carpenter if you're able to get Green out.
3 balls, 2 strikes, and it's ball 4. So Yates issues the first walk of the night from an Angels pitcher. The first 2 Tigers to reach base without a hit tonight have come in this inning. A walk and a hit batsman. Now with Carpenter due up, you see Sammy Natera up in the Angels bullpen. Yates has now faced 3 hitters. See if Kurt Suzuki goes to the lefty here with the left-handed batting Carpenter due up. Tigers only have 1 player left on their bench, and it's their other catcher, Rogers, who they could technically use here if the Angels changed pitchers. Angels Live postgame presented by Kia is next. Angels are hoping the postgame show can start in the next few minutes. Tying run at second, Outman. Green the go-ahead run at first as Carpenter stands in. This has been a well-pitched game from Detmers, Zephyr-John, and Bachman. Yates trying to do his end of the deal and maintain this 1-0 lead and turn it into a victory. Runners going. Carpenter pops it up. Outman stumbled over third as he tries to go back to second base. Siri makes the catch, and the runners had enough time to get back.
We're going to make sure he was able to retag the base there.
Yeah, Guzman needs to go step on
the bag.
He's about to now.
Oh, that was a break and a half. He had that easily stolen.
So the Angels do catch a break. That would have been a double steal. Carpenter pops out, 2 down. And now it's How You Lee at the plate. All 1 to Lee.
Boy, they both had tremendous jumps. At first base, Riley Green's got to wait as the trail runner, but Outman had a gigantic jump.
Fly ball right center. Joe Adell on the run toward the gap. He can't reach it. It's off the wall. 1 run is in. Here comes Green. The go-ahead run scores, and Kirby Yates cannot hold down the 1-0 lead. The Tigers have come back with 2 outs here in the top of the 9th.
That ball was hit extremely hard too. A fastball down. Boy, just went with the pitch. Thought maybe Joe Adell could run that one down. He's made so many unbelievable catches, unable to get to that one. That was just hit it too hard.
Angels are asking if this ball went out of play, which it did not.
No.
So it is a 2-run double for Lee. Green scores the go-ahead run all the way from first. This will be a very quick review.
This is a crew chief review on the possibility of the ball leaving the ballpark and coming back in.
It's a blown save for Yates. who is in danger of now falling to 0-5. He has struggled in high leverage this season.
You can see right here, it bounces right off that yellow line, or just right below it. Actually, we're well below it. It's not even a. This should take half a second.
Yeah, that shouldn't even take as long as it is. But Reid Detmers gets a no decision. Still without a win and a home start since April of 2 years ago. And the Angels 1 out away from finishing the victory here tonight. Can't do it. They still have a chance in the bottom of the 9th to come back with Soler, Siri, and Adele do it.
The call on the field is confirmed. The ball stayed in the ballpark.
So Hao-Yu Lee, rookie infielder, charging one into the gap in right center, scoring 2 runs. And the Tigers with a 2-1 lead now as Kurt Suzuki goes back to his bullpen.
What if you could have shades like these for a fraction of big brand prices? With Shady Rays, you can. We're an independent company, so we do things differently. We offer high-quality polarized shades for a reasonable price. And we personally replace shades that get lost or broken. So far, we've racked up over 300,000 5-star reviews. I founded Shady Rays so that we could have sunglasses that stand up to whatever life throws at us. Order now and get 20% off site-wide at shadyrays.com.
Okay, $1 million deal on the line. You got this. Recaps and sales meeting insights from all my team's calls? Otter AI, it's you who is man's best friend.
Otter, the AI meeting agent.
We are launching a new pro baseball team called the Long Beach Coast. We are out in the community every day meeting with small businesses, and we're meeting our future fans. For the Long Beach Coast to succeed, we're going to have to take advantage of every hour. What I love about Gusto is that everything from HR, payroll, onboarding, all of it's just so turnkey. It allows me to focus on the most important thing, which is building a great team both on and off the field.
Greenlight's been amazing, encouraging the kids to do their chores and save. We started using Greenlight to get chores done, but it has led to so much more.
Hey Noah, what are you doing? I'm researching the stock market.
What's a stock market?
Score big on Authentic Gear, MLBshop.com. Official jerseys and memorabilia to hats and hoodies. We've got the season covered. MLBshop.com/Angels, the official source for your Angels gear. Now the Angels had maintained a 1-0 lead ever since the bottom of the 1st inning tonight, until there were 2 outs in the top of the 9th. And Hao-Yu Lee with a 2-run double into the gap at right center to score James Outman and Riley Green, giving Detroit their first runs and their first lead tonight. Sammy Natera is on the mound with Jake Rogers pinch hitting.
What is frustrating too, and that was a W for Reid Detmers, trying to get that first win at home in so long.
Well, Detmers was outstanding tonight. Maybe the one thing he didn't do was get a chance to go back out for the 7th inning, because then maybe Zephyr-John and Bachman are the only relievers you need at that point. Kurt Suzuki went to the bullpen after 6 innings from Detmers. As Rogers lifts one out to center, Trout has the beat shy of the warning track to end the inning. It's 2-1 Detroit. We'll go to the bottom of the 9th.
The MLB app. Yeah, it's got game. This game. These games. All the games. Pre-game, post-game, and everything in between. This is baseball your way. With real-time stats, scores, breaking news, and custom content that hits every time. Because you choose the teams and pick the players you want to follow. So when they catch it on the field, you catch it on the app.
Adding throwing creatine has definitely helped me with how I perform on the court. I feel like I have a lot of endurance throughout the 82-game season, and I'm making those split-second decisions with a clear mind and a clear vision. It seems like the game slows down with throwing.
10 seconds, guys. Let's have a go up.
At MLB Network, we're always on the move because baseball doesn't just travel, it transforms.
This is how we should do a show every day.
And we're there to meet the moment wherever the game goes. Regular season,
Welcome to Cooperstown.
All the stars are out in Atlanta, Georgia.
postseason,
Can you believe what we just saw?
every season.
This is unbelievable.
This is MLB Network, the home of baseball.
Detroit with a 2-1 lead thanks to How You Liu. Drove a double in the gap in right center field. 2 outs in the top of the 9th inning. This would be the Angels' 8th loss this season when leading after 8 innings. And many of them have come with just 1 out left to get. Cater Montero is still on the mound to try to get the last 3 outs. Detail Montero's effectiveness as a starter this year. And he's being used tonight as a long reliever behind Troy Melton. Montero's retired all 7 batters that he has faced. He has struck out 5 of them. Detail the Tigers changes as well as Jake Rogers stays in the game to catch.
Another solid defender behind the plate too.
1 balls and a strike on Soler. So many changes it might take us the whole half inning to tell you what they are. And it's 0-2 now on Soler. Outman stays into play center field. Matt Vierling moves over to right field, which puts Zach McKinstry back at shortstop where he started the game, which puts McGonigal back at third base where he started the game. And now Soler is hit by a pitch.
That's how Tigers got it started, and might see a runner here too.
That was on an 0-2 pitch.
You know how I feel about that up and in fastball. 2 strikes. That's a result a lot or a flare to the outfield. A pinch runner now.
Wade Meckler going to first base.
Series going to be asked to bunt here now. This will try to manufacture a run to tie it up at the very least here.
We'll see. It's a lot to ask to give up an out in this spot as well. Let's see what Kurt Suzuki has in mind with Meckler now running for Soler at first.
Couple stolen bases.
Siri does square and takes a strike. Also should be noted here with the Tigers putting Rogers into catch and Outman into center field where the catcher spot was, they lose their DH.
Quick throw over.
Actually, I think they finagled this enough to keep their DH. So here's Siri squaring again and bunting it foul. So it's 0-2. I don't know. Giving up an out here when you don't have many left. Tough one to ask. 2-1 here at Detroit in the bottom of the 9th.
Only 1 stolen base against Montero so far. He's on the mound. Pretty quick to the plate.
No balls, 2 strikes. The count on Siri. Showed bunt on the first 2 pitches. That's line towards shallow center field. In comes Outman. He can't get it. Base hit.
We'll take that. Much better than a bunt.
Much better.
Yes.
So now you might be in a better bunting position, but you have Joe Adell up, who doesn't bunt much, so we'll see if Adell tries it.
Right down the heart of the plate again. Another one of those mistakes with 2 strikes. Take it.
Cater Montero breezed through his first 2 1/3 innings. But now in the bottom of the 9th, you know, it's different. This is a starting pitcher typically. Now he's trying to hold a 1-run lead in the bottom of the 9th inning.
A lot of pitchers really good that 7th and 8th inning. There's something about that last 3 outs is difficult in the 9th inning, especially a 1-run game.
Here's a little bloop. This will be an infield fly for Adell, who can't move the runners over. So Adell breaks his bat and pops out. 1 away. Of course, the Tigers have one of the great closers of all time in their bullpen in Kenley Jansen. He does have 4 blown saves this year, so for now Jansen not even warming up. This is Montero's game to finish. Montero was used in late relief in the playoffs last year. As he pops in a strike to Peraza. He picked up his first major league save against the Mariners in the division series last year.
Got good power at right center field for Peraza. See if he can drive one there. There's a lot of room there.
He bounces it to third. McGonigal grabs it with a leap. Long throw across. Picked out by Torkelson. And they get the out at first.
Incredible. I mean, he went from third to short, back to third. We talked about 5 defensive run save. He saves 1 there.
Now Kurt Suzuki wants to know why this was ruled safe, or rather out at first, as Torkelson ended up dropping the ball at the end of it.
He was thinking, was it a fair ball or not, too? Definitely was.
For the crew chief review of the out call at first base.
So we'll see it here. Torkelson with the pick.
Oh, definitely out.
And then as he goes to pull the ball out, he drops it at the end, but it's definitely going to be an out.
That's a pretty good scoop there, too.
Torkelson did drop it there at the end, but that was well after the fact.
Well, that was a real solid play by McGonigal.
He had to get pretty high for that ball, too. So this out should be maintained. Denzer Guzman will have a chance now to win the game.
After review, the call on the field is confirmed. The runner is out.
Meckler advances to third on the play. Siri to second. So you have good speed out there.
Sure, just 1 wild pitch all season, though.
Denzer Guzman is the batter, 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts tonight. And a chance to be the hero in the bottom of the 9th. A 2-1 game. Tying and winning runs are in scoring position. It's ball 1 to Guzman. Guzman has had the chance to basically play every day since his call up.
Ball's down. Now good hitters count.
2 balls and no strikes. Guzman had a breakout start to the season at AAA. This is his 29th major league game since being called up a little more than a month ago. A chance to win it here in the bottom of the 9th. Expands the zone, and it's 2-1.
It's a young hitter at the plate trying to do some damage to expand it on a breaking ball that was never quite even in the strike zone.
Montero made him chase. 2 balls, 1 strike. Little bouncer towards short. McKinstry plays it back. Long throw to first. It is dug out by Torkelson once again. And the Tigers hang on thanks to the big first baseman's 2 scoops for the final 2 outs.
Well, he had to really use that glove over there at first base. We talked about Shaunawall being good at the scoops. This is definitely tremendous job at first base. Low throw, short hop, solid pick again.
So the Tigers just barely hang on. That would have scored the tying run, maybe even the winning run, had Torkelson not come up with it. But the Tigers, thanks to two-out runs in the top of the ninth and those 2 picks by Torkelson, get an important win as they beat the Angels 2-1. We'll be back to wrap it up.
Every game night is a chance to go big with MLB Big Inning. Join Matt Yaloff and Greg Caserta on baseball's only nightly show that brings you the biggest plays of the night.
Strikes him out.
No one stacks more clutch plays into one live show with up to 4 games on a single screen.
Out of here! He is on fire. It's a walk-off winner.
Change up game night with baseball's biggest game changer. MLB Big Inning. All season. Presented by CarShield.
They ask me, with or without? You with the crew?
You from the D?
Where'd you go to high school?
Your dad put you in brown and gold.
You see Skins go? You get your Dodger dog?
You take the 7?
Siempre 305?
You see Big Dumper 60?
Do you see him put Vladdy in the jacket?
You here for 17 and 22?
Where were you in 16?
Where were you in 23?
How about 40-70?
You see Judge's 62?
Shohei's 50-50.
Think you can beat the freeze?
But they never ask who my team is. They don't have to. It's right here. Cut from the city. Visit MLBshop.com.
Enhanced game nights with MLB Plus. Watch live out-of-market games on MLB Network. Hear home and away radio broadcasts of every game, plus access to MLB Big Inning and more. It's all here on MLB Plus for just $59.99 a year.
Michelin, motion for life.
And Angels let one get away with 2 outs in the top of the ninth. They lose it to the Tigers 2-1 here at Angel Stadium. Game 2 tomorrow. They'll have to deal with Tarek Skubal on the mound for Detroit. Our coverage will start at 6:30 with first pitch just after 7. Coming up next, Angels Live postgame with Erica Weston and Tim Salmon. For Gooby and Erica, I'm Wayne Randazzo saying goodnight from Angel Stadium.
Relive the biggest plays from every game with Abby LeVar on Quick Pitch, late nights and early mornings on MLB Network.
They say it's a game of numbers, pero el flow es completamente otra ciencia. Flow mayor is where all those rhythms meet. Porque el flow no es de un solo jugador, es de un corillo entero que prende estadio. De San Diego a Santo Domingo y cada parada en el camino. Cuando estamos activos, la liga sube de nivel. Esto es Flow Mayor.
Introducing the all-new MLB Plus, your ticket to streaming baseball's best. Enjoy MLB Network 24/7 with live out-of-market games and award-winning shows. Enhanced game nights with MLB Big Inning, live and commercial-free. And hear live home and away radio broadcasts of every game, blackout-free. Even stream minor league games and more. It's all here and it's all new. Get MLB Plus for just $59.99 a year. Visit MLB.com/MLB Plus. PG, now playing.
A late comeback for the Detroit Tigers to take game one of this weekend series as we welcome you to Angels Live postgame on ABTV. Presented by Kia, a two-run ninth inning seals the win for Detroit, 2-1, the final score over the Angels. As we welcome you back inside the ballpark alongside Tim Salmon, Erica Weston with you. Man, the pitching was so good leading into that ninth inning. The Angels just let that one slip away at the end.
Yeah, I mean, it was really a great game all the way around. The pitching did fantastic. Up until that point in the ninth inning, 12 strikeouts on the Angels side, no walks from the pitching. That's fantastic, but again, that ninth inning got away from them.
Yeah, both starters were great in this one tonight, as advertised. More on them in just a little bit, Fish. But, you know, the Angels didn't have a lot of chances to add on because the starting pitching was so good, but the Tigers just seemed to take advantage of what was given to them in the ninth.
Well, for sure. I mean, the game was matched on both ends of the starting pitch. We talked about the pregame show, just coming out of the break, how the hitting could be a little bit rusty. And without a doubt, I think the hitting on both sides was a little rusty. But you also got to tip your hat to the pitching. Both pitchers really threw dominant games and had their stuff working really surprisingly well coming out of the break like that. You know, if you could come into the ninth inning here and you talk about, you know, again, pitchers can get rusty too, and Kirby Yates, you know, uncharacteristically, you know, hits the first batter, and then, of course, a walk does him in here in a minute too. But you know, this is what happens too coming out of the break. Not everybody's is sharp. Again, stolen base right there, second stolen base in consecutive innings, but he gives up the walk right there, and those two runs end up, those two giveaways, I guess, basically are the ones that come around to hurt him.
Yeah, the Tigers stole a base in that ninth inning. Not a team that runs a whole lot. It ends up being the go-ahead double by How You Lee that gives Detroit the two-run lead over the Angels in the ninth inning. They do get out of that with a fly out to center, but they had to go back to the bullpen and bring in Sammy Natera to get out of that inning, Fish. And then here is how the bottom half of the inning ended. A lot of great plays by Spencer Torkelson at first base to finish this game.
Yeah, Peraza looked like he might have had himself a base hit right there, but look at Torkelson. I mean, using all the skills, getting up there. I mean, you're talking a game of inches right there. If that ball goes off his glove or over his head, we're talking about a winning run right there being scored. But again, you know, tough to see Denzer Guzman go up there, you know, having a tough night out there coming out of the break. He gets himself a pitch and hits a ground ball to end the game right there. The Angels had runners on second and third. You thought that maybe for a minute there they were going to be able to come back and at least tie it or take the lead and, you know, win the game there at the end.
Yeah, Guzman has had success in a limited amount of time with runners on second and third. Do you think maybe there was some rust for a young guy? He's been so good since he has been up, but possibly.
Well, I mean, you know, when you have a young guy, I mean, they're always going to be coming into situations that are new to them for the first time in the big leagues. And, of course, coming in there to face the closer in that situation. Oh, you know, watching that at bat, he got ahead 2-0 in that account, in that count. And, you know, you figured he was going to get a 2-0 fastball, and he got tricked with a slider. And I tell you what, as a hitter, when you think you're going to get a for sure fastball and they trick you with a slider, it messes up your sights a little bit. I mean, it makes you kind of start second guessing a little bit. And then, of course, I think he threw him another slider right there and he grounded out. But it takes a little bit of that sting out of your swing and some of that confidence because you swung at something that you thought was going to be a fastball and it wasn't there.
Well, the Tigers just deployed the two pitchers, Kiter Montero out of the bullpen with Melton getting the start in this one for a Detroit team that needs every single win right now to try to figure out how they can get closer to 500 as that trade deadline approaches. What did you think of the decision for A.J. Hinch just to use Montero to close out the game again?
Well, I mean, I don't know what their scenario is. I know that their bullpen struggled all year long, but again, when you've been in a situation like that, you probably do maybe the less conventional move.
Sure.
You know,
well,
he's
notorious for doing less conventional things, so that would make sense.
And when you've had a lot of struggles, and we didn't even talk about the, you know, Kenley Jansen's down there, but you know he scuffled this year, and so you know there comes a point in time where you're looking at, hey, we need to win games, and sometimes, you know, it's not about what the analytics say, it's about your gut and your feeling and who can I trust down there.
Yeah, Kenley wasn't even up in the ninth inning in that Tigers bullpen. Stick with us, more post-game reaction coming your way on the other side of the break as we step aside here on ABTV. A late rally against the Angels bullpen gives the Tigers the win. Reid Detmers was brilliant though in his start. We'll talk about that next.
Do you dream of seeing all 30 ballparks?
Really a special place. People are excited for the game.
We've got you. For the first time, MLB and T-Mobile offer you a chance to win trips to all 30 stadiums. Yes,
All 30.
What a treat.
The views.
This is so much fun.
The food.
It's a fiesta here at the ballpark.
The vibe.
The energy is incredible.
The adventure of a lifetime with experiences you simply need to see to believe. Begin your journey to 30. Enter now.
Step up to the plate with MLB Plus, your ticket to streaming baseball's best. Enjoy MLB Network 24/7 with live out-of-market games and award-winning shows. Enhance game nights with MLB Big Inning, live and commercial-free. And hear live home and away radio broadcasts of every game. Plus live minor league action and even Game Day 3D. The ultimate second screen experience on MLB Plus. Now available on the MLB app. Enhance game nights with MLB Plus. Watch live out-of-market games on MLB Network. Hear home and away radio broadcasts of every game. Plus access to MLB Big Inning and more. It's all here on MLB Plus for just $59.99 a year.
Angels Live on ABTV is brought to you by your local Kia dealers. Visit kia.com to discover movement that inspires. Certainly an inspiring work tonight for Reid Detmers in his start against the Tigers. Ends up with a no decision, 2-1 the final. The Tigers late comeback in the ninth, the difference in this one. Fish, the starters in this one, we talked a little bit about heading into the matchup, but as advertised, as far as both really solid, both were stingy with allowing base runners.
Yeah, they did a great job on both sides. Detmers for sure had one of those outings we were hoping we were going to see out of him. He made a huge difference in the way he used his fastball. We talked about in the pregame show, just making sure he executes it and puts it in the places where the hitters really can't get good swings at. And again, his fastball was the key. Look at that, 6 innings, 4 hits, 7 strikeouts, 86 pitches. I know on the broadcast maybe questioning, could he have gone back out there for another inning? And, you know, that's only the coaches and the people downstairs really understand to the extent of where he's at after those 86 pitches. Of course, we would have all loved to see him go back out there, but coming a day after, you know, out of the break. And although I don't know if pitchers, you know, it's one thing for hitters because they're playing every day, but pitchers on that rotation every 5 or 6 days, is it that big of a deal? I think that's a question for, you know, Suk to answer down below, but Detmers was dealing all night long, and again, it was that fastball. I love the way he used his curveball, got some easy strikes, get ahead, you know, count strikes, and really used it effectively to kind of throw off anybody that was maybe trying to ambush that fastball. But again, his slider was devastating, and he had a ton of strikeouts with that one.
He did. He had 7 strikeouts, which now puts him at 130 strikeouts on the season, which is pretty remarkable. But again, he had, 86 pitches, 57 for strikes in his 6 scoreless innings tonight. But he was in line for a win. Has not won a home start since April 2024. That's unbelievable.
Unbelievable. I mean, you know, he pitches the way it is. You get 1 run out there, and you're just, you know, holding your breath there all the way to the end. But hey, his fastball we talked about is 68% strike rate on that. He was doing an amazing job with that. 80% strike rate in the zone with that slow curveball, and of course that slider just really, he just neutralized him. And again, that slider's amazing. But it does take that fastball to keep hitters honest, and he did a fantastic job with that.
He was really fun to watch, and he has been for the majority of the time this season. All right, coming up on ABTV here on Angels Live, we've got more post-game reaction coming your way on the other side of the break, as it's high fives for the Tigers in the opening game of this weekend series on Throwback Weekend. 2-1 the final on this Friday.
This Nissan.
Introducing the all-new MLB Plus, your ticket to streaming baseball's best. Enjoy MLB Network 24/7 with live out-of-market games and award-winning shows. Enhanced game nights with MLB Big Inning, live and commercial-free. And hear live home and away radio broadcasts of every game, blackout-free. Even stream minor league games and more. It's all here and it's all new. Get MLB Plus for just $59.99 a year. Visit MLB.com/MLB Plus.
For years, I was hiding my drinking. I'm the type of drinker that I don't just have one. I didn't want to feel that urge anymore. That's what brought me to Ore Health. I'm a better dad. I'm a better husband. I just have a more grounded and present life, thanks to Ore Health.
Text TV5 to 710-710 to learn more.
The journey. It starts here, on the fields where dreams begin. Every swing counts. Every step matters. Every moment inspires. The fundamentals today, the possibilities of tomorrow. Pitch, hit, and run. The journey starts here. Scan the QR code to sign up today.
Angels Live on ABTV is brought to you by your local Kia dealers. Visit kia.com to discover movement that inspires. Angels held the lead for the majority of this one, but 2 runs in the 9th give the Tigers the win, 2-1 the final, as we head inside the Angels clubhouse to hear some post-game thoughts from Angels manager Kurt Suzuki.
Yeah, that obviously the leadoff guy looked like he'd slip, a little split finger slip, and then put that guy on, and with 2 outs, the righty, got a 1-0 heater and good piece of hitting, hit it to the gap.
Was he Yates? I mean, I know it's about the experience and stuff, but why are you using him as a closer?
Yeah, he's been throwing the ball good, lately. Obviously, closed that game in Minnesota. I know it was a tight one, but he closed that game out, and right in that spot, right now we just feel like he's throwing the ball good, where everything kind of lines up.
Why did you take out Detmers?
He was 86 pitches, sending him out with 86. We felt like he threw the ball well coming off the break. Hadn't had a good start, and it's been a few starts. He's struggled a little bit, so having him go 6 shutout, coming off the break, we felt like it was good for him.
What did you see from him today?
Yeah, I thought his fastball was good. Good command of his breaking balls, was flipping those in for strikes constantly, was ahead in the count, putting guys away. So, he was really on the attack from, pitch 1.
Looked like you guys had some chances early, get small arms on the board, a lot of guys on. How much you think that?
Yeah, that definitely obviously didn't help. Obviously when you get guys on like that, first and second no outs, you want to score. But, that's part of the game. Their pitcher locked it in, and, he really threw the ball well. That pitch, you got to give him credit. He had good stuff. He threw the ball well. He settled down. When he put guys on base, he made pitches. So, yeah, he was tough.
What do you think about the challenges? I mean, Neto challenged very early in the game, and it might not have made a ton of sense, and then obviously Solares was right down the middle.
Yeah, I don't really have any comment on that. It's like, obviously, they felt really strongly that they were balls, and, we give guys the freedom and trust them that they're going to challenge in the right spots, and we just didn't win them tonight.
Okay, tough ending, Fish, but I did want to mention that Mike Trout tied you with 339 career doubles. I wanted to get your take on that.
I mean, he's going to pass me in everything, but I'm surprised. I mean, honestly, I was like, wait, I'm still. You mean
Yeah, you're still there.
I mean, I'm still there.
Yeah, you're still there.
I thought he passed me like 3 years ago and everything, you know. So no, it's pretty funny. But yeah, amazing player. Hey, I'm just glad to be in the conversation one more time.
Oh, geez. Well, yeah, he's tied with you now at 339, but they'll have some work to do for anybody to pass GA. Let's take a look at the probable starters for Game 2 tomorrow. This will be a tough assignment for the Halos, but we know their leadoff hitter is always up to the challenge, facing Tarek Skubal tomorrow.
Yeah, they got some interesting blood going there, don't they? Yeah, Tarek Skubal. I mean, he's been hurt this year. Since he's been back, he's 2-3. His ERA somewhere in that 3-something ERA. And look, it's Tarek Skubal. I mean, this guy's. He's built for the second half. You know what he's going to be bringing at you. He's going to be a good game for him. I mean, it's going to be a tough game for the Angels. They're going to have to bring their best game. Grayson Rodriguez, I mean, you know, still trying to find that footing, you know, since he's been back and, you know, got a little bit mixed bag. You know, pitch well for a couple innings and maybe have a couple innings where he's a little rusty still. But, again, still a work in progress there for him.
He was much better his first start back from the IL in Minneapolis before the All-Star break. But we'll see what the Angels have in store against Tarek Skubal and the Detroit Tigers. That's going to do it for this postgame edition of Angels Live on this Friday. Game time 30 minutes later tomorrow night, 7 o'clock start. We'll see you for Angels Live pregame at 6:30 here on AB TV. Enjoy the rest of your night.